All right. Well, let's see if anyone comes back after the break here. All right. Well, looks like we're back. Hello, driver 944S. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it was, we didn't really have dinner plans lined out, and I thought that it was going to be quite a bit further off. So sorry about the interruption, but that was good. He's back. Hello, Eli. All right, let's figure out how we get to the coal mine. I was doing 4.5%. Although last time I laid a stupid big bridge from here over to there. And, you know, I don't think I'm going to this time. And if I gotta haul... I guess I'm gonna have to haul loaded coal out of here, aren't I? So I think I'm gonna try 3%. And I know that I'm gonna have to do some amount of weaving out around the cliffs over here, so... Hope you had a nice dinner. Thank you, yeah, no, it was leftover night. We were trying to be good. And we'd had various Asian dishes, some Indian-inspired, some teriyaki kind of things, and stuff like that. So we had a mismatch of all that sort of stuff, and it was good. Yeah, you caught it when it started this time. Yeah, pretty much. So let's see what let's see if we can't get this going, and hopefully chat is a little bit more manageable this time. I'm gonna need. If I have that many of you guys watching every time, I'm going to have someone feeding me questions next time. You just got done watching the Flying Porter video. That is understandable why you're confused. So that's a dev power. I'm not on the dev branch right now because I've been trying to play in a genuine way so that you guys could see and watch me build the railroad and know that you could do it yourself. So I'm not playing on the dev branch, but on the dev branch we have many powers, one of which is spawning locomotives and cars. And so I spammed the hell out of that and then made 1 million porters appear in one spot. So, yeah. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Edward. Welcome. Thomas Brooks, will there be more maps to work on? Yes, actually, we're working on a new map right now. I don't think it'll be in an update anytime soon, but it's one of the things that we're talking about. Anyone, you guys really curious to hear what it might be by any chance? Hang on. I don't know, I just led that leading question, but now I'm seeing the way this canyon works out, and I'm kind of tempted to run down the canyon further if I'm going to run down that way. It would be fun to sneak a... Oh, no, it's not going to work. I'd have to be so high. Yeah, we're not going to do that. All right, never mind. Mr. Brumby70, glad you've been enjoying the channel so far. Appreciate that. It's really kind of been a subject of my own fascination lately. And I'm really hoping that everyone really enjoys my content. And I hope that not everyone's here just for Railroads Online. I hope that I provide a certain air of fun by being me, because I am going to branch out to some other games. I actually have a Derail Valley video planned to come out probably Sunday or Monday, maybe. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that too, but we'll see. What is the new map? Everyone wants to know. I felt a disturbance in the force. Will there ever be a Yosemite Valley map? Well, so the new map, we're thinking kind of coast to meet some of the other prototypes we have. So there'll be a harbor you have to deliver to, and some desert, and some, slopes up to the coast. So it should be fun. And California Redwoods may or may not be a part of that. I can't honestly say, because that's kind of entirely dependent on what models we can possibly get for it. So, but hopefully so. That region of the world is certainly where we're aiming our sights. Put it that way. So last time there was a person asking about brakes that engage when cars bump into each other. No. I mean, automatically, like if a car bumps into another car, no, you shouldn't have brakes that automatically engage. No. And that won't be a thing. I mean, we're going to model real automatic air and straight air that, like the trains that are in the game really have, or really had. But nothing kind of like that, I don't think. This might be too stupidly sharp, and I might have to redo it and everything. But I'm going to cut trees down and see if it's going to work at all. Surge brakes and they installed on automotive trailers. No, they didn't make it to trains. That's not a thing. USGS DEM data. We looked into using the USGS data. It's just, I mean, it's a ridiculous amount of work. And then to optimize the game to work in that area of operations, yeah. Pat, man, I was wondering if anyone was there to catch the fact that I put my password on. Thinking about it, yes, I should have started a smidge later, but, you know, here we are. If I see anyone join, I'll just stop the stream and restart the level with a different password. Oh, Jimmy. Yes, yeah, Mark Smash. That would have been better, huh? That would have been fun. I'm gonna have to make a survey trestle over here, I think. So I want to get down low and turn back, but I don't know how low I need to get. So I'm gonna kind of define that here, because I gotta be kind of minimum somewhere in this height range. I'm not sure why that doesn't want to place. Weird. What about that? There we go. Alright, something like that. You've never learned so much about American railways until today. Air gauge has been limited to your local rail. Well, that's fun. Oh, so Jimmy's comment previously. Oh, I shouldn't get into that. Yeah, we shouldn't get into that. Jimmy knows what it is. It's not worth getting into. The corner's sharp. I'm sure it is. Yeah. You love Derail Valley. Well, good. I hope you'll enjoy it. Dallin 9, you don't think we're going to add any diesels with dynamic brakes? Well, I would say you're probably right, because dynamic brakes weren't really a thing until later. I don't know if there's any narrow gauge diesels in prototype that had dynamic brakes. I'm sure someone will pull one out of a hat somewhere just to prove me wrong, because that seems to be what happens when I make statements like that. But, oh wow, there's not any good turnback spots on this hill, is there? Let's see. Walshart's geared climaxes? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure which climaxes had what valve gear. Good God. Jimmy, the DL535s have dynamic brakes? Are you kidding me? I really didn't expect that. I guess they were delivered later than a lot of the, a lot of stuff, but I was, yeah, really not expecting that. Anyway. Now we need to skip over this. Will there be Shea locomotives? Yes, lots. Willamette locomotives? No. No Willamettes. There were never narrow gauge Willamettes, to my knowledge. So. But, I mean, a Willamette is just a better Shea. So unless you're trying to dunk on people for being a PNW resident like myself, there's no real need for a Willamette if you've already got a Shea. If I'm going to be a little controversial, I suppose. You want to name this cannon the hype cannon? Oh, yeah. What do you really like about the game so far from a dev point of view? Oh, that's a great question. I really like how it captures the... Yeah, well, I mean, you can capture... I think it's about how everyone can find their own way and find their own way to do it. I mean, we've got people that are in the Discord that are making intricate dual mainline railways that are, I mean, more complicated than I would ever sink the time in to do. And you've got people making realistic looking runs and people making abandoned railroads through the woods. But, I mean, this is first, I mean, the first real kind of like train sim mixed with economic sim. I mean, it's really bare bones, but I mean, you know what I mean? Company kind of simulation mixed in with being able to build your own track and making it multiplayer. And so we're getting all sorts of unique, like, different fun things that people are building. I mean, I think that's the most fun to see, is everyone's different approach based on all the different factors that we've put in and watching what happens. I mean, we never imagined a bunch of the stuff you guys are doing. I mean, the way that people build bridges and build track, and like the track building stuff that people do with diamonds always blows me away, because the diamond was added like a week before release because we didn't know if it was going to work with the physics. It's like, okay, well, you know, we'll try this real quick. And it worked, so we included it. But I mean, it's become such a staple for so many people's building methods that it's like, well, shoot, what would have happened if we didn't have that? So, I don't know, it's fun. Oh, sorry, the White Pass locos would have had dynamic braking. I guess that makes sense. And I think those are the DL535s, if I'm right. What are your plans for the steam engine sounds for all the 95 engines? Oh, good God, man. That's a great question. I've been actually working on a revised sound code for the locomotives. I mean, it's my first real coding project with the game, because QMA is really the only programmer, the only one that has implementation options, but I've been kind of bugging him about trying to do that so that I could get better sounds input, because I can make the sounds and then make the code and then test them and make sure that it all works like the way I want it to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn back around here. There's just not a space to do it. Oh, hang on. Maybe if I shoot... Oh, if I shoot over this way, there is a way. We'll do that. Anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to do specifically for the exhaust beats for every engine. I mean, we'll probably try and pitch shift and vary each one so that it's not sounding like the same sample set. And I'll probably try and get several different samples of chuffs to work from. And I have some, but we're going to try and get some really high-quality audio and see what we can't make and make happen based on that. So more to come on that. Oh, Lordy. What about the White Pass diesels? Yeah, we've just been talking about those. I don't know when they got those. I don't know what era those are. Those would be cool. And I mean, if we're gonna do diesels, I mean, it seems like they would be a decently fair ad. But I don't know enough about them really. So, how long do you think before workshop? Oh, a long time. I mean, I don't see workshop being a thing and for at least another year. I mean, I just that is my own hot take. That is not an official thing or what QMA has said or what anyone has said. But I mean, that's That's where my head's at. I mean, I just can't picture it any sooner than that. All right, we'll do whatever that is, 1.75%. Would gear locomotives accrue more wear than rod locomotives? I hope so. Good Christ, because the real ones certainly do. Can you make trees when you cut them? Take a sawmill. I don't know. That's a bit of pain to code. Railroad Tycoon with Train Sim. It'll be huge in 2025 when it's done. That's optimistic. I don't know if we'll even be done with the tech tree in 2025. There's really no right way to build in this game. No, there's no right way or wrong way to build in this game. I mean, some might say that what I'm doing is probably the wrong way, and it probably is, but, you know, I'm having fun with it, so. DL 535 is the White Pass, yeah. Rival companies, PvP companies. Yeah, that's actually the plan, and that was the point of the company system. And I mean, if you want to talk about the most last-minute, barely even implemented thing, I mean, that's really what the company system is. I mean, if you think that we're going to stick with the way that is, yeah, that's not the case. It's probably going to take us a bit to get to a good system that we really like, but, I mean, that is the plan. All right, hopefully that doesn't look too hideous. I'm sure it looks god-awful, but we'll get back onto some semblance of decent ground, set it down to 3%. That probably looks pretty good. Let's cut the trees. How long have you been doing this for, Time Miner? Actually, only, it actually doesn't show the start time. 8:36. Almost 20 minutes, 15 minutes this go around, but yeah, this is, part 2. We did a good hour and a half, I think, for the first one, so. Plans to make third-person camera for the Loco default. It's the last camera position you had. This is vomits. Yeah, this is gross. I need to fix this. Lordy. No, as far as the camera position, it's probably going to be a bit before we get to QOL like that. Maybe it'll come along the way. I can't really answer that, so. Is there a Doppler shift system in place? No. Can you get the change the flag engine? I'm assuming you mean the flags on the engine. I'm not sure why they have them, honestly, right now, because they don't really serve a purpose, but maybe. We'll see. I don't have a good answer on that piece either. All right. What did that just try and do? That was weird. The steel bridges have always not wanted to play nice for some reason. Okay, that is considerably better than the first rough draft. That first rough draft had a corner. This is still pretty sharp of a curve, but for a turn-back trestle, I mean, it's about what we can do, so. DLs are very late, 1969. Oh, they'll probably won't be a thing then. Host React, yeah, I'd imagine when we add day-night cycle that it'll be optionable. I don't see us forcing it on folks to deal with the day-night cycle if they don't want to, because one point that someone brought up is that day-night cycle is going to be awful for building, and it's like, well, yeah, no, that's totally right. And we may just find a Railroad Tycoon 3 kind of workaround where there's a flashlight button that you can click, you know, to make it so it's easier to build it or see at night, or I don't know. We'll find something to do, but we'll make it so it's not painful, put it that way. Can we have horse and buggies, please? This is a railroad simulator. Sorry. Do you rail fan often? No, hardly. I really don't even. I don't at all. trying to think of a time. I don't know if I've ever rail fanned outside of like dedicated going to go see a thing, other than like tourist railroads to go see steam engines or something. I'm kind of a steam engine guy more so than like a train guy as far as my interest. Steam engines got me interested in railroads, that got me a career that made me understand how things work, more or less, if you will. 3. Oh, I guess we don't want to do that yet. That's why we don't want to do that. Doesn't lay right. I think you could make this the best coder. Well, thank you. I doubt that. QMA's pretty good. Idiosyncrasies simulated for logging engines. I hope we get to the point that the sim is relatively accurate as far as what the locomotives do, because I mean, even the rod engines start to do a fair bit of banging around and rocking around that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That's really unique to steam in general. So I hope we can get there, but I don't know. That stuff is also kind of challenging to get right, I think. So let's see. Pause while building. It's not gonna work because multiplayer. Gas lanterns? Gas lanterns? I mean, they wouldn't be gas, but we'll have lanterns, yeah. Flags. Oh, yeah, flags should be placeable like marker lights, yeah. How passengers will work. We've got a bunch of ideas, and I could talk through them all, but, I mean, without knowing what's going to be implemented, it's probably not worth me talking about them. I don't know. Maybe people would want to hear all of our ideas. I don't know. But, anyways. Track trestles and other buildable objects eventually cost money. Yes, everything will eventually cost money. But we're going to have a much more robust economy system in place before anything costs money. And we'll also probably have a creative mode in the game before anything costs money. So. Oh, lordy. We can racing line through that. That'll probably be okay. You didn't make a route to the coal mine. That insane, but you made a route from the coal mine to the refinery. Oh, I did that before. That was my last route to the coal mine, actually. I haven't connected it there since. And I did a 3% all the way down from up here over this same mountain pass. 3% all the way down to the refinery. There's a lot of back and forth on that. We're going to plan on an April Fool update. If we would, we wouldn't tell you. Different mentions do it mean goods or changes to the current map? There'll probably be new industries for new maps. I don't know for sure. What time will there be another stream? Eli, we're still in this stream. I don't even know when I'll do another one. Most likely on Fridays or the weekends, I would assume. I can't know for sure. Just depends on what my life looks like that weekend or day. Got a lot going on, so. What narrow gauge museum would I recommend visiting? I mean, casual plug for the Colorado Railroad Museum out of Golden, Colorado. My alma mater, as it were. That's where I used to work. Georgetown's great. Yep, Georgetown Loop. It's very, very neat. They've got a lot of cool stuff there. It's a great train ride. Durango and Silverton, Coombrace, and Toltec. I mean, those are the places to visit, really. Did I work on the Derail Valley game, or do I just love it? No, I just love it. I didn't work on it. I gave them a bunch of feedback early on in their, like a year and a half ago. Actually, probably 2 years ago now, actually, to think about it. But yeah, gave them a bunch of feedback on how I thought it sucked a long time ago, and they actually implemented a fair amount of it, so. Not exactly worked on it, but I gave them, actionable feedback when they were early in their alpha or beta or whatever it is. But that's a wonderful game, and like I said, I'm gonna have an episode of that coming out either Sunday or Monday. So. Coal mine route 1.75. Oh, hi Clown. Yeah, that's cool. We're doing like 3% down with a mix of 4 to 7% up. fly cam for cinematic shots? Probably in the creative mode I briefly mentioned earlier, but I mean, that's a long way down the road, so don't get too hype about that. Keep hearing beans instead of beams. That'd be fun. Tanner Kilby, what's up? You found my channel from Con's channel. Well, thank you. I know a lot of folks have. And that's been wonderful. Con's great. He is a wonderful person to play with. Super fun, super like casual, fun guy to hang out with. And he's an engineer type like me, so we get along. It's fun. Will different valve type behaviors be simulated like slide valves and piston valves and little nuances as you alluded to in the ranking video? That's getting into the real nitty gritty here. I would love if that was the case, but I don't know if there's necessarily a good way to do that other than just like a flat like maintenance cost for the sake of the game. So I don't know. Maybe. It might just be that they cost more to maintain or whatever if they're slide valve, or they take longer to repair or something compared to a piston valve, which might just scale naturally with the tree anyway when we get maintenance in, like, you know, fully rolled in anyways, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm wondering if 3% down is going to be enough still from here. Coal mines directly in view over there. We'll see. I guess I'll try 3%. Well, do I try 4%? I don't know. We've been pretty good about 3%, so I think I'm going to keep on the 3% thought and fall down the mountain. And I can't edit Mario sounds in on the fly, unfortunately. We're playing the platformer again. All right, let's get one of these scaffolds up. That's not what I wanted it to do, but it'll work. Hey, Spell Sands, where on the map are you? I am over here, vaguely in between the iron ore mine and the coal mine. We're building a route kind of from the iron ore mine to the coal mine. It doesn't make sense, but it's fun. And we'll see if we can't run a train over it in a bit here. Lord knows it's gonna take us a minute to get there. Do I prefer using the Alt key when groundwork and rails? No, I actually hate it. I prefer to freehand everything. And I have a fair amount of experience doing this, and I also note that any time I do something, it's a rough draft, so I'm not the best example to follow when I do these sorts of things, but, you know. 3% is what you did from that exact gap down. We'll make it. Perfect. Oh, good. Clown and both Jimmy are giving me those suggestions. Thank you. Your dad has a golden watch that is 18 carats. Great-grandfather's watch when he worked on the railroad. A neat pocket watch. That's awesome. I have a railroad standard Waltham watch that broke, unfortunately, quite recently. It stopped ticking and it broke off of its chain when I was shaking it, and it fell on the shop floor, and I'm pretty sure it's done forever, but oh well. Nickname of the spot is the Saddle. Yeah, that sounds about right. Bird 203, I'm not entirely certain I understood your question. If you want to ask it again. Grandpa built railroads in California about 60, 70 years ago. He was probably a track maintenance guy if he was building railroads back then, unless he was building double track, but not to poop post on your granddad, but not too many railroads were being built by that point. Lots of expansions, but please tell some of the you're running your green 4 hitting your floor. Okay, right on. Please tell some of the passenger ideas. Okay, we'll do that in a sec. Let me catch up on chat. Assume this is dev only server. This is a me only server actually. This is just me playing by myself for YouTube actually. So I could certainly open it up to viewers at some point. you know, if folks are really interested in doing a playthrough with the dev, that might be fun. That may be a fun thing to do. It'd be great to get with you guys on Discord or something. I've kind of been toying around with making my own dedicated, like, viewer Discord or something, so we could all get together and play. It'd be fun. I'm not sure what the hell I'm gonna do right here. I want to be a little higher. Well, I guess I can snip the... I want to be a little higher so I can snip the top of this a little better, actually. So I think I'm going to have to relay a chunk of what I just did. So... Why are the engines that are currently game have slightly inaccurate track effort than what they were on the tech tree? Oh, I'm sure there's just an interface issue between what we have sent QMA and what we've said otherwise. I'm sure that's all it is. It's clerical. And if you're talking, even if you're talking 500 pounds of tractive effort, you're not going to notice that. So I wouldn't sweat it too hard. All right, I'm going to try 2.5%, knowing that I'm probably going to have to do flat. Lordy. Okay. I'm not sure what we're going to do here. Because I want to cut this corner. This is where I wish we had cuts. And I understand everyone's pain when we say that we can't do cuts. And believe me, I'm right there with you. If I could just cut this 80-bit of terrain, I wouldn't have to relay this whole madness. But I'm going to have to relay this whole madness, I think. I'm going to have to come up from a little bit further up. Like, even from here, it might just be flat. I don't know. We'll grab a constant railroad grade. And this is really what constant railroad grades are good for, everyone, is figuring out what grade you can get away with when you're trying to come up to an obstruction. And, yeah, it looks like flat is going to be the answer. Christ, that's not even what I really want it to be. Because any turn here is going to be a ridiculous bridge. Yeah, I'm just going to have to come from a little bit higher. Or do a slightly lesser... Yeah, just a slim grade. I got to keep it going down. It's stupid to have it do piecewise. So, you guys are going nuts in the chat. So, sorry if I'm missing stuff. Steel bridge hook right. That was the best option you... Okay. Jimmy said do a steel bridge and hook right, which is probably going to be the best option for the sake of what we're doing here. I trust your experience, so we'll do it. Because otherwise I'm going to end up with a weird ruling grade on the backside, I think, based on what you're telling me. Rather keep the grade kind of smooth. Or a helix. Gross. Yeah, that point sucks. Yeah, it's not great. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna fill that in before it pisses me off. And we'll make the big curvy steel bridge that I'm sure is just gonna be a joy to figure out how to lay. How many players have I had in a lobby at once? 10 or 12? That I've been a part of. I missed out on a lot of the dev tests because, like many of you folks, being on the East Coast, I'm not. I'm on the West Coast, and most of our dev team actually is on the East Coast, so makes it hard to line up schedules a lot of the time. So, were there rail grinders in the 1800s? No. I mean, I really don't think there were. There weren't, like, rail grinding trains, at the very least. Not, like, on-track equipment that did it like we have nowadays. Certainly weren't those. But as far as, like, a rail grinding tool, I wouldn't... And probably manually powered of some flavor. I don't know. Somewhat... a better historian than me would know. I'm mostly an engineer that knows some of the history. I'm not really the historian. That's why I leaned on the tech tree videos. I leaned on Armagon and then my friends Brett and Layton, who are much better historians than myself. So, I know a little, but maybe I can guess the rest. But they know a lot. So, okay. I'm going to use this as kind of the off point, and then we're going to go lay another draft to this bridge, I think. 3-foot fontaine? I don't even know what that is. Soundtrack is awesome. Cheers, Autoseer. Why is the picture for the groundwork green? Is it? Oh, yeah. That's from the early dev days before he changed it to a kind of more ballast looking thing. The first version was like that. Gonna get demolish and relay a bunch of my railroad. That sounds like my all the time. So you're on the other side of the planet. Welcome, Spell Sands. Thanks for joining from the other side of the planet. I don't know where you are. If you're on the other side of the planet up watching this speaking English right now, are you down under? I don't know. You rode the Coombrace and Toltec. It was awesome. It is. This is now just the train version of Polybridge. It's not quite that hilarious, but yeah. Plan for dedicated servers. Yes. Long down the road, unfortunately, but yes. Can one of you folks on the keyboard explain what the fontaine was? Yeah, I don't know what it is. Carnuts, I'm not trying to blow past you. I saw your comment, and I knew what it was getting at, and I wanted to get past cutting these trees down before I got to it. Okay, this bridge is kind of gross, but it'll probably work. When I go to lay no, it could be a little smoother. We want to start... We're not gonna add a height point. But we want to... I'm gonna smooth out this corner piece a little bit. Alright, and we'll lay track on that and then see where it ends up and delete the bridge that we don't like. Carnuts. Which of the imminent locomotive releases are the Type C Porter, Bell's Gap 060, T-Boiler Shea 260 Baldwin, 46 Baldwin am I most excited for? I didn't read your whole thing. That's funny. I would have been... I was assuming that you were going to ask me which one was coming next. And I was going to be like, oh, I can't answer that. But which one am I most excited for? I can answer. And I don't know if I care about any of them. When we get faster speeds, the 10-wheeler, I guess. The Type C porters will be neat switchers, but until we have either faster trains or, I mean, I don't know. I'm really holding out for air brakes and knuckle couplers. I'm sorry, I'm a stickler. That's what I run. That's what I know. That's what I'm waiting for. I have a class 70. No, it's not 346. It's not getting me that excited, you know. But it works and it does the thing. But I really want some of the things that I know. So knuckle couplers, air brakes, and none of the engines that are coming soon have that. So, oh well. Question I missed. Can you put a system in this game where they need tools delivered or no factories? I asked if you could reword it because I wasn't entirely certain. I'm assuming you're talking about needing tools to be delivered to more industries than just the oil fields. And we've talked about that as an option for improving cranes. Like you need to take tools that you make to other industries, and then that'll actually increase the speed of cranes or make it so that the cranes load more items at once or something. But other than that, no, we haven't talked about like needing to deliver tools other places. So, Craig Duncan, please tell me you guys plan to bring in big Emma Bertha or other engines built specifically for pushing trains upgrades. I don't know what either of those engines are. Sorry. Pretty much the whole world speaks English at some point in this time. Well, that's probably true. I still managed to run into a fair amount of folks that don't, where I'm at. And I'm in Seattle, so you'd think that wouldn't be a thing, but it happens. So I don't know. I try to just not assume, that everyone understands what I'm saying. So, and that might be a bad assumption in of its own. But anyway. Hey, UB Gaming, absolutely love this game. If I know anything about the Newfoundland Railway in Canada, I'm not sure if it's you that's posted it. A bunch of other folks have been asking that. No, I don't know anything about the Newfoundland Railway in Canada. I don't know much about most air gauge railways around. I know a fair bit about the DNRGW because I worked on their locomotives. And I've dealt with, their equipment and stuff. And then tangentially like the Uinta because I worked on some of those cars. And, stuff that I've worked on I kind of know about, but I don't know a lot about a lot of every other railroad around there. Wow, this is kind of looking like crap, isn't it? This is a bit of a sharp point. And that looks like the little plinth that I want to end up on over there. So I might actually want to just bridge this now. I think I should probably bridge this. Because that canyon, I remember, before the beta physics, I laid down that canyon to the right many, many, many moons ago, and it did not go well. So I'm just going to assume that that's going to be the case now and get past it now. So someone said to lay these at minus 10% and then you change them back to 0. And I guess that's going to get me an extra trestle bent out of this, probably, if I do that. But no, that's not going to get me where I need to go. I need to fill this canyon in and then do the thing. Emma Bertha was a huge shunt loco. I don't know what loco you're talking about. Based in Colorado, England. Oh, it's an English locomotive. Okay. You have a HO scale Freedom train that runs around your basement. That's fun. It's very cool. It's more of a train layout than I have. I've got a couple model locomotives, but I don't have a layout for them. But I also have one of the more niche scales. So, scales and gauges, I should say. But did I ever do the dirty job of steam engine cleaner? Bird, I've done every dirty job that there is to do on a steam engine. And yes, they all suck. And someone who just cleans a steam engine, like someone who's like wiping down rods in the jacket to make it look pretty, that's not a steam engine cleaner. That's not a big deal. Go climb in the firebox and punch tubes and talk to me afterwards. Or go climb in the hot firebox and fix screwed up firebox grate linkage after the engine has had a coal fire. That's enough to put hair on your chest. Or take years off your life. I don't know. Either way. Big Bertha. Yeah, I don't know. 5 drive axles and 4 drive cylinders in the UK? No, I don't really know much about railroads in the UK. I've heard many a thing about the Flying Scotsman and the Mallard. And that's about as far as I go with UK railways. And then, no, that's a lie. I've also heard things about the Festiniog because of my vehement opposition to the Fairley and the Tech Tree video. So I've heard many a thing about that since now, but let's see. Can I get this straight? Go. Colorado Railroad Museum store on the Goose. Yes, every Saturday, unless they're running Steam. Or unless it's Polar Express or big events. But I mean, pretty much every Saturday, yeah, they run the Goose. But they can't run every day, so they don't run every day. They never have. Even in the summer, when they do summer operations, they'll run the Goose like 4 days a week, maybe. Or maybe it's even a freight train, just depending on. Oh, this bridge is going to need another version. Whatever. Are the bridges constant grade or variable grade? They're constant grade, which is why I'm laying them and then changing the grade afterwards. Someone told me that was a good way to make sure that the grade actually lays in the percent that it's supposed to. Which I'm not sure if that's actually true. It seems pretty true for the wood truss, but I don't think it's the same for the steel one, because the steel one lays weird. Let's see. What scale do I have? I have SN3. So S scale, but 3-foot narrow gauge. How would one get a job working on trains? Go talk to a railroad. Not that you should. You probably don't want to. My path into railroading was really backwards and hilarious, but it's been fun. GT3 dude, have I ever driven a standard gauge steam locomotive? Actually, no. I've fired a standard gauge steam locomotive, but I've never run a standard gauge steam locomotive. I have run a standard gauge diesel, and no one can tell anyone that I did that because it never happened, and I cannot be held accountable for my actions or something. I ran a locomotive when I worked for BNSF, and I wasn't supposed to. But I believe we're beyond the statute of limitations and or anyone caring about that, so I suppose I can give that much of a hint. And perhaps I should save the rest of it for a Twitch stream where the VOD won't be saved forever on that story. You'll have to join me on Twitch or pester me somewhere else for that story. Okay. How come the bridges only go down so far? Well, the models, I mean, we can only model so far. They only go as far as the models do. We're hoping to do procedural bridges that can respond to the terrain, but I mean, they're only as tall as the models that we based them off of, really. So, Newfoundland Railway from 1898 to 1988, 906 miles. That's a big darn railroad for narrow gauge, and 3'6". That's cool. Any diesel locomotives? We've talked about that. Not likely. Oh, he's avoiding the Horseshoe Curve Gorge. I am, because there was no good way for me to make that right turn and then go down. I think it would have just... I don't know. It didn't look like there was going to be a nice way to do that. Maybe there was from that height. I don't know. We'll see how we come out. Will you guys ever put this game where you start a fire in the smoke box? Meaning... Oh. Your comments hurt me every time. You put it in this game where you start with no fire in this... I'm assuming you mean firebox, meaning you full start from cold. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to make people cold fire an engine. That takes so long to, like, realistically do that. It's just not... That's not worth simulating for most people, so... Difference between standard gauge and narrow gauge. Standard gauge is 56.5 inches. This particular flavor of narrow gauge is 36 inches, so about 22.5 inches, I guess, if my math is right. And Lord knows I should be somewhat okay at math. I do have an engineering degree, which actually means I should be bad at math, but oh well. Why don't you want to place there, friend? There we go. All right, sure. How's that sound? This is one of the songs off the soundtrack that I love. I came up with this melody, and it felt very 1800s, like, I don't know. It just felt the vibe. And then, I mean, it gets a little rock and roll with some of the chords, but I was pretty happy with it. And I realized that I changed from 2% to 3% on this bridge. That's fine. We'll sort it out. Just trying to give some of the viewers aneurysms while we do this. You can't fit a 24-degree 100-foot corner into the problem gauge. You can. Oh, I thought you were talking about the problem gauge. Oh, if you can do a 24-degree corner in there, that's not that bad. We're rebuilding that track too. We're trying to get to the coal mine, and we're getting pretty close, actually, so. shit. 3 feet is 36 inches. Yes, it is. Which is why standard gauge being 56 and a half is... Oh, I said 58 and a half, didn't I? 56 and a half? It's 4 foot 8 inches and a half. So I guess that's 56 and a half inches. Yep, I can't do math. 20 and a half inches is the difference. Anyways. Have I been to the Georgetown Loop? Yes, it used to be connected. Yes, it did. The old CNS depot is still there. How often do I stream? I don't really have a schedule for that, unfortunately, because life is life. Oh, this is going to be going uphill through here. That's right. So that bridge is going to be fine. And we'll just fill this pile in. You like the rock chords. You're a big fan of the 7th. The 7th is not a rock chord. The 7th is a chord that understands the knowledge of a 4-note chord, of which most rock musicians I've met don't understand, including the rest of my rock band. Not to throw all of Hellbot under the bus, but, you know. Let's see. It's probably 24... Oh, lordy. What your 7-year-old character has in his diet. I don't know. Same stuff that Minecraft Steve has to carry whatever it is, like 10 million cubic meters of stone on his person or whatever it is. You're the nicest person I've ever met at the Colorado Railroad Museum. Museum's only an hour away from your house, and is, in opinion, your favorite museum in Colorado. Well, cheers. I guess that makes Longmont Trains make sense as your username. And I appreciate you saying that I'm the nicest. Have we actually met in person? I meet so many folks at the Railroad Museum when I've been there. I mean, obviously I live in Seattle now, but when I did live there, I've met so many people. It's hard to recall who I haven't run into before. So give me a shout if we have. All right, now we're going to have to go up now, I think, actually. Or maybe we'll just be right there. All right. Car nuts with the curvature tool thing. Yep. Fan of trains. Both real and games and musician. You love the soundtrack. Cheers. Thank you. We can start listening to some new of the tracks, actually. Here, let's... Here's some Volume 2 tracks that you've probably heard all of, except for maybe 2 of them if you've seen my my YouTube at all. That's my favorite locomotive in the game besides the Class 70. I do quite like the Eureka. It's quite pretty. It doesn't have a lot of power, which is kind of a bummer, but so's the real one. I like the whistle on the Heistler so much that it's going to probably be the next engine that I buy. And the Cookie Mogul's neat enough. I don't know, I'm just waiting for the modern engines so much. I think that it's like, all the engines in game are like, okay, these are fine. And then the Class 70, I'm like, this is close to what I want. I really just want, you know, my big choo-choos that I know and love, so... A little 2% there, and we're at the coal mine. So I guess I went down a little too far, but we can... It doesn't have to be a constant grade all the way one way or another, does it? Let's see if we can't get these trees out of the way. This will probably work. That bridge looks a little silly now. Based on the trajectory of what it is, but we'll smooth it out with the, I guess we can... Nah, we can smooth it out this way. Give us more of an option here. Different consoles, no. Sorry, I'm not not answering that. Option for cameras, so that you can see out the cab windows. I mean, it's not like you can see out of locomotives really anyways. That's why the lean keys, T and R, are in the game. But yeah, we do need to do a better job about giving more crouch options. That's still to come. Did I miss anything? No, okay. We're good in the chat where we are. What song is playing right now? This is only on my channel. It's not on the soundtrack yet. It's not in the game yet. It's a song called Battle Hymn of the Republic. You can listen to it if you watch my video that's called A New Old Song for Railroads Online. Is it possible to steer a train just like the train in Polar Express? Man, if only I could ban someone from my live stream. Just kidding. No, it is not possible. You cannot steer a train with the automatic brake and the throttle and the Johnson bar. And if you had a locomotive on ice, I guarantee you would break through the ice. Anyways, have I heard a band called Lotus Gate? No. Rock and roll, baby, they flunked rock missions adaptation. Well, there's some rock musicians that have degrees, don't get me wrong. And there's a lot of rock musicians that know those things, but by and large, rock musicians don't know a lot of the theory type stuff. That's more what I was getting at. If when, and it's when, not if, knuckle couplers get added, should we assume they'll cost upgrade too? Yes, unless you're buying cars equipped with them from the get-go. What's the steam engine that I love that I haven't driven? Bird 203. I'm a simp for the 4449. It was the first steam engine that I really saw when I was a kid, and I think that's what got me hooked. So, I'm not free of being, one for those things. So, I know I toss crap at people, always talking about the big boy, but I'm guilty of liking some of those engines too. So, what's my roots ruling gradient? The downhill that we built from the summit is 3%, and then most of the other way is 4%, save for the short section of 7%, which we're either going to double or just have a dedicated Heisler parked there for, probably. Give the first content update sign with the end of standard gauge signs. That's funny. Longmont transmit me as a video of me talking to their mom. You asked a bit back. Oh, okay. No, I got a comment about that. That's right. So you guys are buddies. Oh, cool. And you met me in 2018. That's a rare, lucky appearance then, because I haven't been constantly in Colorado since 2017. So you caught me on one of my chance visits from, you caught me on one of my chance videos from Seattle, or visits from Seattle. And now, yes, I'm just cutting out all the trees on the coal mine plateau. I don't really need to cut all of them out, but it's been a good excuse to catch up on chat before I try to lay track. Ask the chat to like and subscribe. Oh yeah, do that. Oh god. I'd been zoomed up so far that I've missed so many things. Or not so many, actually, but some. Okay, well, whatever. For you, it was 844, not 4449. Fair enough. I mean, it's all what you see first. I hate the Hancock 3 chimes that 844 has, the step top versus the bullnose or whatever. I know that for 4449 is the same one, but for whatever reason it's so much more it's so much less dissonant on the 4449. I prefer it there. So Janie couplers, yes, Janie couplers will be there, and so will split knuckle couplers for combo Lincoln pin / knuckles. So Coke Pepsi or the smartest RC Cola. I am a slut for Coke Zero. Excuse the language, but that's where I'm at. Cheers, Tanner. NPCs, probably not. It's a lot, but love the videos, especially the ones with Khan. Yes, new maps and bigger maps. Yes. Arctic map, probably not, but new maps and bigger maps, yes. Although I don't know if we're going to expand this map or not. Because this map's very much kind of the test bed beginning first map, so we'll see. Cable worked inclines, probably not, just because the physics challenge of actually coding that's going to be a pain in the ass if I'm real. What even are knuckle couplers? The couplers that most train cars have. Cam car. It's the way that almost every modern train is these days. All right, I'm just gonna yeet this off into the woods. I want to run a train over this madness. More cargo types and cargo wagons and industries. Gold, silver, passengers, mail, grain, yeah, etc. We'll probably have new industries at some point. Passengers for sure coming soon, but the industry list is probably going to stay pretty static for a while. So, just because, I mean, adding more cargo types is not going to be as fulfilling as a lot of the stuff we can do. So, add damage to the game. Probably not for a long time. How's the day? Oh, pretty good. Seed-based map, probably not. New bridge types, yes. You heard the sneeze, thank you. Yeah, live with dogs, allergic to dogs, it happens. If my character jolted, I'm sure that my mouth's probably threw it off. I have no issues with Alaska, I just don't think we're gonna get an Arctic kind of map. I don't know, we have a fair amount of White Pass and Yukon engines on the tree, so maybe we would. But we haven't really talked about it. It's not in the near plan. I probably sneezed on part of my computer. No, I sneezed off to the left. It's fine. But my, yeah, hand was connected anyway. Send the track off the cliff. It's an option. We got two bridges pretty close together, so I'm gonna go run to the other one and lay the other bridge deck first. Oh lordy. Lots of questions. Will I ever invite people to run on my track or make parts smoother? I hopefully will make parts of my track smoother. I honestly should probably invite Clown and Cashnip from the Discord to come fix my track. Oh, and Mikali. I think they're the three that have been giving me the most crap about my track. I'm sure they could get me up to snuff pretty quick. That'd probably be a better live stream than it would be a YouTube video, but all right, this is gonna be a curve, so I'm gonna lay one past and we'll delete it. Oh, that did not buff out, actually, though. Gross. What did that do? Well, we'll just start the track early, I suppose. Have I ever ridden the Rocky Mountaineer? No. I've seen it. It ran past the shop I used to work at BNSF. What if you lay the track without roadbed? Oh, it'll probably have a lot of collision problems. Oh, the map be bigger, yes. Can we get a meme train like Thomas? No. This is gonna be icky. See if we can't use the techniques that I've taught in many a video here to make this work. See, this might turn out okay. Come on, come on. You say you can connect. There we go. Okay, that actually turned out pretty reasonably okay. Passengers include workers for the industries. That's one of the options we're thinking about. Watching you drive the poo-poo track is great comedy. Well, that's half the point, right? KDS, hello? Question mark. Yes, hello. Fairly used the meme train. Thomas will definitely be a mod. Can we delete mods? Anyways, so somebody asked earlier if we could talk about our ideas for passenger trains, and I guess we can talk about. Oh, that's why I wanted bridge deck. Oh well. I guess we could talk about some of that stuff. So we have a bunch of different ideas about how passenger trains could be implemented, and they're it's hard to even kind of get them formulated in my head because I don't think we have them written down. We just have conversations. One of them is like workers for industries. Like you need to bring people from the freight depot or some other town that would be inserted into the map and bring them to an industry. That is one thought. There's also the thought of inserting towns and then giving the passengers destinations as locations on the map that they want to get to. Focusing in some places for scenic features or for industries or for something like that, and then giving you the ability to either place depots or flag stops near where those locations would be, and then you'd want to, the goal is deliver the passenger as close to their desired location as you can, as fast as you can, so that there's a bit of a mechanic to it. So that's some of the stuff we've talked about. We've talked about a couple other things, but that's what I can remember off the top of my head. But bridge turned out okay. In the roadmap, you trashed on every locomotive that went to Alaska. Okay, so we weren't trashing on the locomotives that went to Alaska. We were trashing on the locomotives that got scrapped after they went to Alaska for the war, more so than anything else. White Pass and Yukon had some great locomotives, but yeah, there was a lot of locomotives ended up getting sent up to Alaska for World War II to support that front, and yeah, we were more commenting on that history than trying to trash talk them otherwise. So it went up to Alaska and died. Yeah, it wasn't, they were talking crap about the locomotives, it's more the circumstance that they ended up in, but should put your track up to decoupler standards, meaning no crazy kinks. Oh, yeah. Dead center. Oh, well, see, I don't build my groundwork to any good standards, so dead center doesn't work. Hey, Kroom, I did say hello to you just now. Pass. Oh, God. I'm more scared for what the community is going to try and add with Steam Workshop than anything else. We've already had such wonderful community content made by like Ian76G and Sheridan and some other folks I'm probably forgetting. I don't remember the name of the guy who made Railroads Online Extended. But they've done so much wonderful stuff for this game already. I mean, I feel like we've seen some of the best the community is going to give, and then we're going to add Steam Workshop, and then we're going to get a bunch of interesting content, to say the least. That'll be a racing line through there. That's probably going to be gross. Is that gross? Ooh, lag. Lag while I try to turn around real fast. Let's get this lined up vaguely. Perhaps. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, I can climb up that. There we go. Extended is made by Tom. Thank you. I'm glad you knew. Will there be mod support? Yes. Farming related stuff, perhaps. Oh, this is kind of gross. Yeah, that's gonna derail a train for sure. The rest of that looks okay, but this little chunks, yeah, we need to smooth this out. Towns, sometimes spaces, possible to make street running tracks. I don't know. That's really far out of scope as far as when we're gonna get somewhere. And the signal engineer in me is screaming, don't allow him to do street running, but it's different. Hot pink locomotives, yeah, something like that. The second I say Alaska's not beautiful, well, I'm not gonna say that because Alaska's beautiful, so. Rolling stock page. Yeah, the rolling stock page is going to get updated. Are you kidding me? Yeah. 95 locomotives, and we're going to use the existing crappy menu that we have? No. We'll probably be there for a bit, even for the first couple editions of locomotives, but once we start getting more, yeah, it's going to be updated, so. last song, Head of Steam. It almost made the first edition of the soundtrack. It was one of the last songs that I'd written by the time that I got to the... Oh, that was it. I was like, what is this trestle? It's one of the last songs that I'd written, but I hadn't played. Or had played it, but I didn't like the recording, so I had to do it again. Yes, Ancient Arcfox. Yeah, we've talked a lot about having pre-placed sidings at the industries, or at least at the load-unload platforms, just so you know where the track needs to be and what level it needs to be at. And you could delete it later if you want to put switches in or something, but knowing where the track actually needs to be to function, you know, even before the arrow was added to unload, I mean, I thought that would have been necessary, but we've definitely talked about that, so. Cutting is nowhere near close, unfortunately. Make liveries for existing locomotives. I don't see why not. I mean, it'll just take whoever the modder is, just some ingenuity on their end. FJX 2000 Productions, welcome. I've seen you on before, but on Twitch. Gargaris, hello. Thoughts on Railroads Online Extended? I mean, it seems like a really good program. I haven't used it, but I do want to try it out. If for no other reason than to get a mini-map for one of my videos. That's like, you know, real time, so people can see when I'm talking through a new chunk of railroad or something. They can see what's going on more easily. And we're padding out the width on this right now. Don't mind this. This turn's just not going to work out at all otherwise. How often are you in contact with the other devs? Pretty often. We have a dedicated chat on Discord, and we message back and forth pretty much daily. Yes, new music. That was a new song. I mean, if you've watched my YouTube, it's not new, but if you haven't watched my YouTube, it is new. So is this. Even if you've watched my YouTube, you'd have to have watched one of the very recent YouTube videos to have heard this song. I think I've only played it in one or two videos so far. It doesn't have a dedicated video, and it's, I think it's on the Discord, but I can't remember. Flange squeal, possibly. Collision sounds, possibly. I'm sure flange squeal will get added. It's just one of those sounds that we don't really have code for or a good recording of. Con would be so confused at my method of track placement, I'm sure. Is there a playlist for the OST if you buy the OST? No, there's no playlist otherwise. What is the meaning behind the different industry difficulties? Oh, if you're on easy, you get twice the output for the same input. If you're on medium, it's what we designed. If you're on hard, you have to put twice the input in to get the same output. So your output goes by half, basically. Oh, that looks like shit. Oops. Not supposed to swear. Supposed to be a good boy for YouTube. Sorry about that. Chunk. There we go. GTO needs more airtime. Yeah, it does. Has Con fixed my Y yet? No. Oh, Hayden from the Discord. Okay, that makes more sense. I was gonna say, I've seen you around. Seen your name. Hello, Catnip Leaf. Oh god. Now you're here. Gonna get pooped on by everyone now that you're here. As long as Pharmatharma doesn't show up, we'll probably be alright. My favorite song by someone else. Is that just a generic anyone that has written music statement? Because I'm sure, I mean, we could just go down my list of favorite songs, but that's it's not terribly specific to what we're doing here. Let's see if this turns out any good. Alright. If it works, that'll be okay right there. Well, that's about as nice as it could be. There's a bit of a kink at the end. I think I'm gonna live with that. We'll see what happens. Yard office, possibly. Gas, tires, and oil, yes. I'm not gonna build Khan's Y. Khan's gotta build his own Y for himself. Gotta pull himself up. That Jared guy, yes, I'm actually working on that. Ancient Arc Fox, yes, that bug is gone. The physics update has been rolled to everyone now. Snake Farm is amongst that list. Other M, shoot, you know, I can't remember exactly what the order of operations was. I think someone else who had streamed or had worked with Khan was curious about the soundtrack and if it was safe for YouTube. And then I got pointed to him, or he got pointed to me, and he asked if the soundtrack was safe for YouTube, and I said yes, and I gave him the OST so he could use it for his channel. And then when the physics update came out, was coming out on the beta branch, based on the fact that he had such a huge user base of folks that didn't follow the patch notes necessarily as closely as everyone else. It felt like it was going to be a smart move to engage him in talking about the physics changes, so the community wasn't blindsided by the fact that, you know, the Betsy could no longer pull 7,000 million cars, you know? So I messaged Khan and was like, hey, could we do a video, like, for your channel where I explain how the physics works? And then, whatever. And he loved the idea, and it ended up being a good video, and people saw the physics change, and it felt like it was a good thing. And then somewhere in there, people started subscribing and wanting to follow me on YouTube, even though I was only doing music stuff. And then I did 1 or 2 little Railroads Online things, and my channel's exploded since then. So I'm just kind of running with what's happening. It's kind of excited to have all these people wanting to see what I'm doing, which is cool. So, anyways. Morro Castle. No, Morris Castle's down the other end of the railroad. I could tour more people's railroads. I'm sure I probably should, actually. I really should see Clown's railroad. He should show me his. Well, that'd be a great episode to see how you actually should lay track. OP Betsy was funny. Yes, it was. I normally advocate laying the bridge deck first because it saves you some of the headache about these transitions, but I think that'll just have to be fine. I'm just going to bridge deck over this because I don't want to deal with it. I've become the marketing guy for Roads Online. Kind of. Tunnels and mountain passes. Yeah, they've been looked into, and they're frustratingly hard to actually make happen. I'm quite articulate. Well, thank you. That means I haven't had enough whiskey, apparently. Oh, you can't host from your Outback Australia pedal-powered internet, but you can send me the map. That'd be fun. Yeah. I didn't realize you were down under. Read it down, Link. I've seen you post this a couple of times. No, we're probably not going to add like a damage Easter egg, I don't think. That would be funny, but I don't think we're likely. Sealy Manline. I did the Class 70 Tornado of Doom with dev powers that I don't have access to at the moment because I'm on the public build because I'm trying to show you guys how to actually build a railroad. But on the dev builds, we have the powers to spawn equipment in as much as we want. So I was abusing those. I think this track that I just laid is kind of poopy, probably. Oh yeah, that's a This is a corner. This is not a curve. This is a corner. Double fairly. No double fairlies. No. What do I use to record? Rat Reaper, are you referring to video or audio? Or music or the YouTube stuff, I suppose. Okay, that's still garbage, but passable garbage. I didn't know. No, I honestly see more of you correcting and reposting things that I've said or other devs have said, and being generally kind of like a mod for the Discord, which is super sweet of you. I've seen that more than your screenshots, probably. I see your minis were screenshots, but I don't know if I've seen your actual trains, so. This is Derail Valley now. This is Derail Valley. It's the end of the Soundtrack V2 playlist, so we'll start over, I suppose. Both. I record video and audio. Like right now, I'm streaming through OBS Studio, Open Broadcaster Studio. It's free, simple. My voice is coming through a Shure SM7B through a number of programs, bypassing the BS that Universal Audio makes me do as a company. My audio interface is a Universal Audio Apollo X8P interface, and it's a wonderful interface, great preamps, great software and DSP built into it, but it doesn't like to play nice with Windows, so I have to bypass a lot of the way that things work so that I can use my voice with a nice microphone through other plugins or other programs. So there's some shenanigans going on there. But when I record music and stuff, I take that interface and I plug it into Reaper as a DAW. Oh man, is that Khan and Dapper? I don't know who Dapper is. I've never seen one of his videos. He's never talked with me about doing a collab. I've never watched his stuff. Nope. Don't want to be on that guy's channel. Khan, you should see what we're doing here. We're doing some dumb stuff. We actually almost have the track finished to the coal mine. So, oh, Deximus Maximus. Yeah, this is the official name of this song is Camptown Races. That's the traditional name. But yes, it's the Doodah Doodah song. And in the soundtrack, it's officially named A Song, A Real Song, because we love Blazing Saddles references, so. ISIS Foundation work makes me cry at night. Oof. 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 This hurts. This hurts me inside, Khan. Oh, man. I never knew that I was going to get dunked on by Khan. What have I done? Spread is probably better asterisk than my 2% route. I hope it's better than my 2% route. This route is also stupid. Where I don't even know. Somebody's gonna have to do the math for me, or I could pull up the spreadsheet, I guess. But what's the point of having a bunch of minions on stream if you can't ask them to do attractive effort calculations for you? Is Khan bullying me? Khan should see the 7% Nightmare from Hell. Well, we're getting close to the 7% Nightmare from Hell, so, you know. Hypernova Mark 6. Your Switch will lay at a grade based on the end point of the Switch and the start point of the Switch. So if you're trying to lay it so that the diverging leg lays, you know, flat or whatever, you have to have the straight edge be straight, right? So if you were trying to lay it so that, like, you have a right switch and the right leg stays on there, you have to have enough width so that the straight piece could be on that same grade. Otherwise, it'll fall off because it's placed based on the two straight leg points. Friction coefficient is like 0.04 on curve. It's 0.08, okay? Probably minions turning into force knowledge. But my curve steepness is like 40%. Well, you know, you raise good points. You ready for curve steepness? This curve is gonna be a corner. Oh god, and it turns into a bridge halfway through. All right, we're gonna do that, and then we'll delete this piece. Ugh, vomits. All right, no, that's not gonna work. This is gonna take several tries, I think. Yeah, this is the authentic. This is the Uinta Railway. I've said that on my playthroughs that I've got the Georgetown Loop, I've got the RGS, and now this is the Uinta Railway, the line to the coal mine. All right, I'm just gonna lay this as in track, and then probably never come back and fix it. Sound good? Cool. I don't care if it sounds good. It's what's happening. Oh god, this is gonna be an S curve. I'm gonna derail right there. That's what's gonna happen, right there. God, it looks so jank without the bridge deck. Okay, that doesn't look half bad. It's hand placed. This isn't a curve, it's corner. Read it downlink. This is Amazing Grace. This is our cover of Amazing Grace. Uinta, yes. I'm glad that I've turned a whole generation of people onto the Uinta Railway, because nobody really knows about it. There's not really that many details about it, but they were just batshit, so. The scary part is Heist works on real-life railroads. Yes. And the unfun part is that I'm really good at what I do for the real-life railroads, and so I don't want to be any good at what I do for these railroads. Who do I need to talk to help rebuild track? Me, I guess. Yeah, so Con, it's funny. I get that all the time. People will be like, you run real trains, or you work on real trains, and you do this, and it's like, this is how I'm blowing off steam, literally, quote unquote, right? Like, this is for fun. I don't care if this road turns out great or not. I just spent 9 hours of my life today reading through the application logic for the processors for one interlocking on my railroad at work. I mean, 9 hours, and I didn't get through one interlocking. That's the nice thing about this, is that all said and done, I will have built an entire chunk of railroad in like 2 or 3 hours. And yes, it'll be stupid, and it'll have these curves and corners and kinks, but I'll have built it in 2 or 3 hours, and I'll be able to drive right over it. No questions asked, not needing to review designs for, I mean, weeks on end, so. Secretly the former owner of the Uinta Railway. I'm not that old. Blows off steam by creating the movie Saw Railway. Yeah, pretty much. All right, here's the 7%. This is the real Uinta Railwaysm. This is Moron's Castle. Peyton is going to have a stroke if he sees this. It's like that me and the train workers coming home and playing Train Sim. Pretty much. I got the career in railroading because I liked steam trains. And then, yeah, it all snowballed from there. And again, I'm just going to lay rail over this because I want to run trains at this point. You can come back and replace that at some point, and I won't. All right. Cheers, Coaster. Pico grab Peyton. Yeah, go ping Peyton. I doubt he's still awake. It's pretty late his time. Actually, don't. I know I said go ping Peyton, but don't go ping Peyton. He hates getting pinged. All right, here we are. Coal mine to the iron mine. Katunk. It's built. All right, we'll save it. So this one I look at the attractive effort and then I go, no. This is probably when I look at the attractive effort and I go, no. Let me look at, do I have the art? Let me pull up Mickley's spreadsheet. Because I could take the Eureka up this with those empties right now, but I have a strong feeling that we're going to have to go run and grab the class 70. So let's see. Eureka, 7% grade, realistic, 1 hopper, empty. False. Yep. By minus 27%. Okay, class 70. 1 hopper, yep. 2 hoppers, yep. Oh no, it can't, hang on. Oh, no, I accidentally clicked through. Looks like the class 70 is gonna be good for 5 or 6 empties. Okay, so we're gonna have to go grab the class 70 and run it up here light, I think. That'll be a great time to answer more questions. So let's get this track patched back in and we'll go grab it. Give me the rail deck and connect, please. K37s are not going to work on this railroad. the clearance on the width side is just not there. All right, there it is, saved. Let's go get the Wrath of Khan. Is it gonna be? Should I run there or should I grab the Eureka? The Eureka's not gonna be able to take a straight route, and I'm gonna be able to take a much closer route. So. Can fix this track for smallest feet. You can fix this track? Khan? Khan can fix track? You've made us fix your track. Come on. Yeah. You just bought this game because of this video with us. This game is awesome. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. What about a hoppy geared boy? Yes, a hoppy geared boy would probably be helpful for this chunk of the railroad, but I don't have the money for one yet. 575, yeah. I may or may not have pinged Peyton before he specifically said, don't ping him, regret nothing. Beautiful. You're honestly disappointed I didn't have a 10% section. It's only 7%. A fellow Seattleite railroader has arrived. Oh God, don't dox me. Where do you work? Send me a DM. Class 70, indeed. I says us means Peyton. Oof. Oof. Called out. Called out. Yes, Mr. Shenanigans. In honor of your name, we laid a 7% grade because shenanigans. Fee has to fix Khan's sawmill. If Khan can fix my entire right away, all the way along, I will gladly fix this sawmill. But somehow I don't think that's a fair trade. Tree physics just sent you from the freight depot to the coal mine. That does happen sometimes. If you asked a question in chat earlier and I missed it because I was in the midst of laying track, I'm now staring at chat because I'm running to the smelter, so... Do I work on old Milwaukee track? No, I used to, oh. Maybe? My railroad needs to be converted to cog railway. Oh yeah, Mickley, I've been adding you earlier in stream. I mean, just vocally, so anyway. I've operated on old Milwaukee track myself. One time, at least. But if I played any of the Transport Fever games, very briefly I played Transport Fever 2. I had it for a bit, but I refunded it because I was looking for something that was multiplayer at the time, and they didn't have it, so. 10% track for descending only. I mean, descending only is a little silly, but yeah, that would be great. My goals for the second release of music for the game, just get more breadth of content out there. It's a little repetitive with like 2 hours worth of music right now, and I want it to be less repetitive. And ultimately, when we add a day-night cycle, we want to have day music and night music. So we need a lot more music to make that happen, right? So, yeah. Oh, you don't actually work on the road. Okay, I see. Consoles, no. You into any other good ways or any good books to learn about? I'm sure books. I don't know off the top of my head, though. Hope nothing bad happens on this very scenic railroad, which could cause a bad reputation. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Am I going to open to viewers? At some point, probably. When new trains will be released? No, I don't know. Finish your route to the iron ore mine, and your road looks a lot like the R in RGS? Did you just mean RGS or what? Pure Marquette is... Oh, good lord. Get out of here. I read the first half of your comment and then said no. Yeah, day and night would be neat. VR, no. Slight hillbilly rock to more hymns? What do you mean? Long live the yes, indeed. Dibs on recording with Heist. Yeah, Mickey, you'll probably be there because I have you do my track. Office at each industry and you can order what you want. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, the episode with Con was fun. Narrow gauge equivalent of a 2442. Probably not. A 2442, I don't know how many they had. Patty on the railway? Not sure. Amazing Grace. Oh, rocket. Oh, kind of more of the bluegrass kind of style. I'm gonna need Peyton to play more banjo for me because I am a trash banjo player. I tell you what. Find that switch for the Wrath of Khan. And it looks like I'm only gonna get. Well, I could get 6 hoppers. Okay, and I've got 5 up there, so we'll do the one hopper hop. It's not a caboose hop, it's a hopper hop. And get over there. But the fire is dead by the look of it, so we gotta fire it back up here. Suppose I'll save now that I'm down here. Alright. Let's get this thing fired up. I think, while we wait for this to fire up, I shall bore you with a presentation of steam locomotives that I referenced earlier. Because I also need to go use the restroom because I've been sitting down and doing this for a minute. And I didn't plan this out very well because, you know, no one's perfect. But I'm going to pull up this thing. Someone was asking earlier about 346. And here, enjoy some 346. And while we wait for the real Class 70 to steam up, you can watch me run 346, courtesy of Steam UP. All right. I hope that this presentation of the Colorado Railroad Museum has been riveting for you. What are we about? Yeah, this. That's how I blow the whistle. And with that reverb on it, it was kind of religious. That's why this is one of my favorite videos. But yeah, this is a modernized Class 70. This is 346. It's a C19 now. When it was a Class 70, it was a numbered 406. But yeah, that's me running. So, anyways. up and get back to the actual Class 70 and do the thing. It looks like we're up to temp now, so we'll run out of the yard here. Let's get this thing rolling, and we'll get the tunes back going, too. Hopefully I didn't miss too much. Have I had to refill a tender yet? Not in the game, not in a minute, but it doesn't take too long to refill a tender. It takes a long time to fill the boiler from that, because the boiler uses the accurate injector values, but it's not too big of a deal. Yes, I was driving the locomotive in that clip. Yes, they have a Galloping Goose too, and yes, they run it pretty much every Saturday. K for Not Spray Farm. It's a violation of your railroad's rulebook. Well, you know. Well, if you're doing narrow gauge track, they didn't really have too much double track main lines anyway. Heist face reveal, Con says. Ah! It's not that terribly exciting. My face is in like half of my earlier videos anyway, so. Diesels would have their own tech tree if we did add them, but. The hypno disc on the Class 70 is a normal problem with the way that the wheel is set up, and it's a little on the rails. That's weird. It's a texture thing. We need to get back and fix that, so. The heist jump scare. He did it. Professional YouTuber. Oh yes, I'm very much a professional. Clip that and post it to memes. Oh lordy. It's almost like I use my full name in my YouTube channel anyways right now, so. Early electrics, maybe interurban. Not for narrow gauge though, so probably not. Sorry. Oh, the ski train. Ski train's neat, yeah. Can we admire your beard really quickly, please? Thank you, but no? Question mark? More modernized version of 19th century steam engine would have a higher PSI. Yes, this is a 130 PSI boiler, right? On the Class 70, and 346 has 160 PSI, so. I'm a partnered, so yes, I'm a professional, I suppose. I've never made any money with it, but I did recently partner, so. KDS, yes, if we do diesels, 50 would probably be on the short list to get added, yes. How did the dev team all meet? I mean, it was a slow addition over time, really, of people coming in and finding the game, or before the game, really, before Railroads Online, when it was American Railroads, Summit River, and Pine Valley, you know, folks finding it and realizing that they had a good niche that they could add to the game and coming in, so. Pretty sure that beards are a requirement for steam railroad engineers. If you look at the pictures from when I was with RGS-20 and at the Cumbres and Toltec, though, I had mutton chops, though. I'd shave my chin. Sebastian Linares? Linares? I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. Hello. New Zealand railroad gauge. Their standard gauge is narrow gauge for North America. I mean, we're probably not. We're focusing on North American narrow gauge for now. So. I did. Or Kroom did. Or Kong acknowledged he existed. Kroom, look at that. Who's as bad as the 20, KDS? Mutton chops had tractive effort. Can confirm they do. Maybe it'll be done in com builds as why. That'll be the same thing. There is a dev bridge knockoff. I have a couple dev bridge knockoffs. Because America. Mm-hmm. Yeah. NZ is 3'6". Oh, cool. Good to see another great video. Cheers. Oh, 15-inch gauge 4.4 injector. Dude, injectors, Bryce, injectors are the biggest pain, whether it's the full size or the small size. So we didn't feel the need to simulate that pain upon anyone else. Does that make you a bargain, Peyton? I suppose. Murray Grimshaw, you've ridden you've been to the museum, you've been to the CNT and the Durango and Silverton. Yep. You're amongst good company. Cheers. You kind of threw that out there fairly. Ugh. What whistle or loco sound are you looking forward to adding? American Irrigation Roads, best. Irrigation Roads in the United States. Cheers. I'm most forward to looking to adding perfectly synced exhaust sounds to the drive wheels, and that's actually a problem I'm working on. And I'm probably going to be programming it myself too. So, because this looks pretty synced right now, but as soon as you slow down, it doesn't make sense. So, going to be fixing that hopefully. So, Wishbone Peyton. Colin needs to twist my arm and get me in on Scrap Mechanic. I'd buy a Scrap Mechanic for that. It looks like it's the best thing of like a Gary's mod, really. A better implementation of like making stuff than Gary's mod was. So as long as my code is straighter than my track, we'll be fine. Indeed. When you put a yellow over to pieces, but it's infuriating how long you have to mess with the injector. It sounds about right. All right, here comes my big problem spot. So we're just going to pinch this down to crawling speed, I think. It's this curve right here. For whatever reason, the transition likes to throw tenders off. So we'll just sneak through there. I have no idea what Gmod is. Gary's mod, it's a game on Steam. Originally a mod of Half-Life. It's pretty classic if you're into games in 2008, 2009. It's classic, good stuff. Scrap Mechanic sounds like the perfection of that, so. I made a 50-degree curve. Can't figure out what the tenders go off. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, does it, Con? 19 LG99, hello. Holy slalom curves. Yeah, it's pretty bad through there. That's really the bad section in there. That needs to be fixed. Rusty Roo. I mean, syncing the sounds to the cylinders or wheels, I mean, it's the same difference, really. If the wheels and cylinders no longer sync, you have thrown a rod. So, I've seen O-scale starter sets with wider curves than ISIS railroads. Okay, Catnip. I've made this point a couple times in recent discussions. I don't know if it's made it to a video or live stream yet, but I do want to make it because it helps explain my madness at least. Kroom, you, Turtle, and Coolcat are trying to remake the Deveridge. Very nice. Turtle, I believe, is going to do some modeling with us. I hope so. Anyways, so. I do so much work in standard gauge railroads now that anytime I look at narrow gauge anything, I just assume every curve is sharp. Like, this curve looks too sharp. And it's totally fine for narrow gauge. Like, any curve looks sharp anymore. So, like, I'm like, if the thing said 30 degrees and that ends up being 60 degrees, it doesn't register as a difference in my mind because I've just written it off as narrow gauge and super sharp. So that's where my head's at. That's why it's like I end up laying this stuff and I'm like, oh, that'll probably work. It's narrow gauge. It's fine. It's sharp. That's what it is. Right? So, yeah, because I got too used to commuter rail design at 79 miles an hour. So, does the water have physics? Not really. 20 degrees good, 30 degrees bad. Not even in the current game actually. If you're really following the true correct limits, in game 10 degrees good, 15 degrees okay. Beyond 15, you're having a problem if you're following the in-game measurements because they're off by about a factor of 2. banked curves when. Let's do it. High speed. 15-degree bank. I love it. It's authentically narrow gauge in its awfulness. Well, that's what I was going for. Okay. So how do we do this? I need to be where the Eureka is. I need to build a siding or something. I need to rebuild this, obviously. Con watched me stringline trains around this curve like 3 times in a row, pretty much. So I need to relay this whole mess. So I don't really want to. I don't want to get into that. So how can we can pull the Eureka off? I guess it doesn't matter what direction the. Oh, I know what to do. Okay. Doesn't matter what direction the cars get put on the Class 70. So we're going to put the Class 70 further in the hole. We'll have the Eureka dump the rest of the hoppers on top of it. And then we'll have the Eureka get out of the way of the Class 70. And let's not bonk the caboose. The caboose does not like being bonked. Back up and go some momentum. Couple the 70 to the back. Yeah, pretty much. It's not jank, it's narrow gauge t-shirt. If I make my own store, that would be what I would have. Alright, Colin, let's see. Does it stringline when you're not here? Bonk the caboose. Gamer channel merch. I don't know. Yeah, this is a sharp. Oh my god, no, it's doing it again. Yeah, this is what happened. Why are the gauges so dirty? Are the gauges dirty? Oh yeah, the gauges are pretty gross. Yeah, well, it's also mostly because Eureka's, yeah, Eureka's not really, the model's not up to date. We have a newer model in progress. Okay, we're gonna do the heinous thing of, this is how you fix these problems. We should do that real quick. And none of this is gonna re-rail on this for real, but we could stick it out there. Oh my lord, the gauges. I thought I had that caboose or that flat car. All right, let's get this out of the way. Caboose. Why doesn't it want to re-rail? Don't make me yeet you off the side of the canyon. It's not playing nice. Does it have to be stopped to want to re-rail? Is that what the mechanic is? I can't remember. We've changed the re-rail tool so many times. Okay, that seems to work. Thank you for the tip. All right. Let's see. So we got the 5 hoppers there. We've got the 1 here. Hopefully Eureka's got some vague semblance of tractive effort, and we'll deal with my art installation over there later. I'll literally come fix my iron mine right now if you let me. It'll take you a long time to get to the iron mine. from spawn. I mean, if you really, really want to, but his dev can't rerail. Darn it. Oh, is that what they are? They're brakes? Alright. Save game. Pet. Okay. You're gonna have to, Mickey, shoot me a message on Discord so I can send you some info real quick. Oh god, the Wegman is here. Yeah, Mickey, if you can shoot me a message on Discord first so I don't have to go searching for you. That way it's quick so I'm not interrupting the stream trying to get you on. I'm good with that. Later, Con. Thanks so much for watching, man. It was fun filming that the other day, and glad it all worked out. Hoping to have you on again sometime soon. How's it going, Joe? Class 60 have the option to be painted in the Bumblebee livery. Not the Class 60, but the C16 probably. Crew, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm pretty open to anyone shooting me DMs on Discord. Maybe that's a mistake. Am I stuck on this side of this car? Okay, no, there we go. Good. It seems like it does. It's a good community. The Class 60's on the tech tree. Rep Creeper. $1:30 a.m. for you. It's 10:30 for me. So, Rita, the Discord server is in the description of most of my YouTube videos. Seattle Gingy. Well, hello. Do you want me to dox your username or your real name or not? Seattle Gingy is one of my very best friends in IRL. It's funny to see him in here. We're about to run a train to the coal mine over this stupid railroad that I've just built. So, I mean, it's really dumb. Like, no one should have built this railroad that I just built, but I did. So, you don't care about the first name. It's Marty. Seattle Gingy is one of my best buddies, Marty. So. Bets on how many times I derail? Twice, Mervius. I think twice. I don't know. There was nothing that was like super heebie-jeebie giving E, but we'll see. And that's discounting this curve right here. This curve doesn't count. We didn't just lay this curve. We might derail on this curve just because it's this curve. We'll see. Great Scott! You are here. He is the Underminer! He is here. Double-ended train. No, I'm just running with the Class 70. I was just getting the Eureka out of the way because I only have this turn-back loop up here. I don't have a yard set up or anything, so. No, Tristan Heights from South 3 times. I don't want to kick Pootis down the rail line. Pootis is a good choo-choo. We've already molested. No! This curve is bad. This curve is bad, and it should feel bad. I forgot what I was gonna say, because, yeah. Class 70 has blind drivers. It doesn't in the game, but good evening, Stuart. Oh, Mickey, sorry. Alright. The curse of Pootis. Yeah, I said bad things about Pootis, and it led us to bad places. And I did qualify, and I said that this curve does not count, because this curve has been obviously a problem all over YouTube today, so... No! Yeah, pretty much. Pull cars. Oh, you know, pulling cars would be so cool. I do think it would be challenging to implement in a way that was satisfying. But that would be cool. That'd be a great way to shut down the stream. You've got a good thing going there, Mickley. Don't ruin it. Would it be too... No, well, okay. Oh, wait. I thought I put a link in that. Did I not? Or did I put a link in this? Pooh. Is Pootis okay? Pootis is okay. Pootis is still over there sitting idle. There we go. Well, there's Mickley. He's found me. I'm extending a lot of trust into him. He's been very good on live streams before and done very nice calculations, and I assume that he is genuinely attempting to make my track nicer. If he does things other than that, it will not be good for his Discord career, put it that way. Dak, if you want to see what happens when you send Pootis down at 100 reg and see what happens, just watch either Con or I's video from today, because we did just that on this railroad. The trains say eat shit and die on them because that's the name of the railroad. Okay, we've made it around the corner. I've got a slight bit of reg. God, you guys got me saying reg. It's throttle if you're in America, but I gotta throw this one switch. Got it. And here we go. And now we're on to the Uinta-isms. Full power! Alright, so 6 empty hoppers is theoretically tonnage up this 7% grade. Oh, I need to have full reg, don't I? Full throttle. We need a whole story on the tender name. It's not much of a story. Back before, in the very early development of the game, I was very inebriated. And I laid a railroad about as stupid as this one, actually. But the physics didn't allow for anything to climb up more than a 1% grade at the time. And so I just named this on the side of the tender because I knew that was what was going to happen. And, yeah, it did. God, this looks steep. Oh. That tree didn't collide with me, but it collided with some of the cars? What? Okay, well those cars are gonna go derail somewhere else. We may just meet Mickley at the iron ore mine. 404 car not found. It might re-rail. I don't know. Now time to bonk Pootis. Poor Pootis. Hoppers are wider than the Class 70. That is hilarious. Yeah, we were pretty tight to that shelf, huh? Yeah, that makes sense now. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy! I assumed that they rolled further, but now I will roll further. Just not in the direction that I want to go. All right. The curse of Kudus strikes again. Why does Kudus now have a curse? Press tab. That counts as two. That counts as 2 derailments. Oh no. I said 2. Well, in honor of my man Gimli, I would say that still only counts as 1. we hadn't recovered from the first one yet. Okay, and now we need the Super Mario theme song playing once again. See, so I just wanted you guys to appreciate how long this stream has been going in 2 parts, and now understand how much time the episodes that I've made that were trackling took to make. And there's a reason why you probably won't see too many more of them, just because how much time they take to make. I think they'll be live streams instead, just because, lordy. The Curse of Khan. Well, it's Khan's wrath, but it's not necessarily a curse. It's just his wrath. Yeah. Where'd the tender go? Oh, there it is. Throwing it off the mountain is just the narrow gauge way. The curse of the Kenosha-isms. Indeed. Totally fine with track-laying streams. Well, good. I think it makes better content for a stream anyways. Gives me more stuff to talk about, but... I know he saw the message he left, but did he listen? Oh, Khan? About his, he hasn't worked on editing his sawmill yet, is what he was telling me. He said he was going to be working on it later. He said he said he saw it, but he wasn't excited to deal with all the track laying bits. So, which understandable. It's not his thing. So, okay, kick the air off. All right, Khan's engine's back on the rails. Kick that brake off, and see what became of the rest of them. Look, they all marshaled themselves together on that curve. Hopefully we don't run into a derailed Pootis that presumably got yeeted through the switch thrown the wrong way, probably. No, apparently not. I didn't reach Pootis. Oh god, he's here! He's here! Did he tie down a handbrake for me? How'd you get here this fast? I should probably get back in my engine. Oh, I've made a mistake. I was going to come out and shitpost at him, but now I'm just going to ram into the cars without being able to brake. Dunk. All right. Well, now that we've gotten that out of the way, suppose we'll try and fix this mess. That counts as 3. That counts as 2. Well, hang on. No, that doesn't count as 2. This is still at the iron mine. This is not newly laid track. I was saying we're going to derail on newly laid track twice, which you've only done once, technically. The curse of Buddha strikes again. 5. Oh, you guys are too fun. Now, why'd you turn around at the last second? There we go. Oh, and he's helping me re-rail my bullshit. What a sweetheart. All right. Link the tender. Link pin. Link pin. Oh, no, we got the double link shenanigan going on. It's fine. Mickey, if you're still watching the stream, I try to have my links and pins on the leading edge, so like on the engine side of things. If that helps. There's probably like a 20-second delay or something, but okay. Yeah, so then we'll take this link out. Oh, you do yours the other way. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Still only the first one, because we're just now coupling back together. Here we go. Railroad lives up to his name. The Curse of Pudis. I love it. I keep trying to read the chat, and I keep bonking into these train cars way harder than I should. And this is why they implemented PTC, everyone. Engineer looking at his phone, not something that he should be doing. It's actually why they implemented PTC, if you didn't know. All right, there we go. I think I've got them all, so we're going to go. Just going to sneak out of here. It looks like I've got them all. If you wanted me to call, you could behave yourself. 10-4. I'll give you a call right now. Hey, how's it going?
I have to mute the stream so I know what's going on.
No worries. You offered, and I was like, yep, it would be 1,000 times easier to talk to you if we were just on Discord than trying to do this over stream right now, so appreciate it.
Oh man, I just got some crazy feedback. Okay, I can hear myself now.
Perfect. Yeah. Welcome, and do realize you are on stream, of course, so.
Yeah, so no shenanigans, right?
Well, I mean, keep the shenanigans down to a minimum, but some shenanigans are permissible, so.
I got you. I am here to fix everyone's OCD. You're welcome. You can thank me in the chat.
Yeah, everyone, give a round of applause to Mickley for putting up with my crap to make track that might actually look nice. So we'll see.
And also, I'm deleting track behind you, so don't come backwards.
Well, I hope I don't have to, but we'll see. Actually, let me save right now before I try this crap again.
Probably a good idea.
Yep. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try this thing again.
Just 1 second, I'll be right back.
No worries. Yeah, PTC is positive train control, and I deal with the design of that. If you're ever curious about that, shoot me a message. The leading wheels have a texture problem that makes them like slam around or do that weird visual glitch. So. Welcome to 7% Gradeville. Oh God, Rita, I have one that caused PTSD.
I have returned. My
Howdy.
apologies. I had to notify people that I was not to be yelled at in forms that would dox me.
You're good. No worries. Oh Christ! I went to change. You've got 5 hoppers. Well, 3. No, 2. No. You have a hopper rolling back at you at high speed. I've just managed to bin it on the same spot. I deleted the tree. That was causing the problem. I think there's a sharp curve here that's or that bit of canyon I think is causing a bit of collision. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that is very fast.
I was gonna say it was coming down a 7% grade all by itself, so it's probably moving pretty quick.
I was gonna derail. I can't catch it.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, the rest of them are derailed up here, so.
Oh well.
And yeah, I should try and get handbrakes on these. I don't know. They're gonna be rolling at you, so just expect flying cars. Anyways, sorry about that. I suppose I'll leave my push to talk down so that you can hear the story I was gonna tell. Someone asked if I had an event that it was enough to, or close enough to cause PTSD. And actually, I had one that did. And I think I'm past it because loud, surprising sounds don't scare me as much anymore, I guess. But when I was working on 491 the one day at the museum, I was doing the flexible stay bolt cap inspection. If you're not familiar with what stay bolts are, they are the bolts that hold the boiler and firebox together. I mean, they're integral to the structure of the boiler, incredibly important pieces of engineering. And normal stay bolts are threaded in the boiler sheet and the firebox sheet. And this would be a great time for an MS Paint session, but we're in the middle of a YouTube stream, so maybe not. But I do have one hopper that's still on the rails. That's fun. I guess I could show here. So on the outside of the Class 70, like you can see these little dots. Those would be stay bolts. I guess those are actually rivets, but further in you'd have ones that are stay bolts. And they run from the boiler sheet out here to the inside firebox sheet in here. And the flexible variety are not actually flexible, but they are made such that they're threaded in the firebox side on the inside, and then they have a long, skinny diameter shank that then runs up to a big kind of spherical head on them. So that the second sheet, the boiler sheet that they pass through, isn't actually threaded on the bolt anymore, but it can pivot around the head of the stay bolt. And I'm sure if you look up a flexible stay bolt, you'll be able to find better drawings than I could give you right here, right now, as far as how that works. But just know that it means you can pivot, and you have to be able to inspect those heads to make sure nothing has gone wrong or nothing is corroded away, etc. Because they have to get covered with a cap to make sure that, they don't pressure seal because they're just floating against the sheet. So you have this cap that goes on, and you have to remove the cap to maintain it every 5 or so years. Well, so we were putting the 491 back in service for the first time back in 2014 or whatever it was. And we were pulling the flexible stay bolt caps off, and she's only got about 40 of them or so, because she's a relatively old boiler design. 1902 was the original design, the standard gauge engine that the boiler's taken from, right? So, and so I was pulling the caps off, and they hadn't been taken off since 1960 or 1961. So they'd been on for a long time, so you had to heat them to get them to remove. And as I was heating them, I was going down into the water space, and we drained the boiler, but there was one plug on the corner that you couldn't really drain the water out the way. You had to pull out like separate plugs to get the water removed from that specific area. And my coworker who said he drained the boiler said he drained it all the way, and he didn't pull those, and I didn't check, and management was saying, like, you got to get it done, so I wasn't worried about it. And so I went and heated up the last one, and I'd only had the torch on it for like 20 seconds, and it sounded like a massive shotgun went off in my face. I mean, I was in between the axles, or in between the wheels, between the axle and the front of the firebox, in the frame, in a space you can't even get in the game because that's how cramped it is, in the inspection pit. And this thing, it just exploded in front of my face, and it disappeared. I mean, it was just like flick of the switch, boom. There was nothing. It was gone. I didn't know what happened. My ears were ringing. My torch got put out. I don't even remember turning the dials off of my torch. But the thing that got me was my boss was in his office, which was through 2 sets of soundproof doors and walls and everything outside the viewing gallery of the roundhouse. And he came in and he thought that the acetylene bottles that I was using to heat the cap with, he thought those exploded. He thought the tanks that are pressurized at like a couple thousand PSI or whatever, he thought one of those exploded. That's how loud it was. And that's why I have tinnitus in my right ear, by the way. But the cap flew off, and it hit the driver tread of the drive wheel, the number 4 driver. It hit the flange and bounced off, and it went from the first stall of the roundhouse to the 5th stall of the roundhouse. It went all the way across the building. I mean, something like 80 feet away. So, I mean, it launched at high speeds. And had it bounced inwards instead of outwards, I am confident that I would not be talking to you right now. And so that loud of a sound, the torch getting put out, I mean, I had PTSD. Anytime I saw someone using an oxyacetylene torch, I was, like, anxious, couldn't be in the room for a couple of years. And then loud sounds were really effective, too. I mean, it was scary, you know? You got, like... Last time that happened, I was almost dead, you know? So, yeah, not a good time. I still have the stable cap. It's somewhere in my my pile of belongings. I have my reason that I should know that I'm a mortal human, so... Yeah, I'm now just checking the comments. MS Paint's made an appearance on the channel. It's only made an appearance on my Twitch, Marty. It hasn't made it on the YouTube yet. Carnut CS491 is a K37. Yeah, it went through 2 soundproof walls. So the unfortunate thing... Oh, I don't know if you're back there pinning those. Are you?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, then I'll just go...
I got brakes in the last one.
Okay. I'm going to stop up here. Let me know when handbrakes are off, and I'll try and run up again.
Yeah, they should be off unless there is handbrakes on this other car that came down.
I don't know. I can check them. All right, cool.
I got it.
Thank you. So, to put it in perspective, we actually had my coworker who said he drained the boiler. He had the same thing happen to him on the same exact bolt on the other side. So, mirror image. And we think it was just that they hadn't been taken off so long, they had water impregnated in there, and it was flashing to steam or something, and we realized, okay, we need to drill holes in these to vent pressure, obviously, at this point, to prevent this. Because when you do a flexible stable inspection, you have to do them every 5 years. You normally don't need to heat them. I mean, they normally just come right off, but, you know, it was a special case. Locomotive hadn't been used in 50 years, whatever, you know, that kind of thing. But when he had his go, he had a radio 10 feet away from him, and the pressure wave blew the speakers out. They were 8-inch speakers, and it blew the speaker cones out, broke them. So what does that do for your ears?
I'm going to have to agree with whoever Mary Ruth is in the chat.
Holy yes, that's insane. Yeah, that was a thing. But hey, 3 times on the same corner? Nope, here we go. When you're the reason for the new safety measures. Yep, that was me. Although our tonnage calc, this is a very short 7% grade. This is a easily doubleable 7% grade. But yeah, we barely even make... Oh, no. All right, you've got hoppers coming at you at high speed.
All right, I'll figure out how to put brakes on them.
I think it's only 5 of them. I don't think it's... Well, maybe it's 4. Yeah, it's 4. Well, these are
I might just come relay this corner you're having trouble on.
Well, this is a different corner. I fixed the first one myself, actually. But yeah, no, this
that's
second one didn't work.
Man.
I did. I know. Look, I made something that worked.
Oh man,
I promise that I'm capable of laying track that works. It's just that I don't want to spend the time on it. And then I realize I spend the time on the back end, and I realize that I'm just approaching this whole track laying thing like Jeremy Clarkson, and, you know, that's just who I am as a person at this point, I think. So, you know. I'm
sorry, you say Jeremy Clarkson, and all I can think of is cheese.
That's James May. This is
well, yeah,
cheese.
But I know, but the threesome.
You get any of them, and you get the cheese.
Thank you, 19LG99. That's perfect.
Ah, man. We Brett Layton and I were joking about this earlier. They were my buddies that we did the tech tree poopy post video, if you will. And we both agreed that Leighton would be May, but we couldn't figure out who between me and Brett would be Clarkson or Hammond. And I said that Brett, by height, gets Jeremy Clarkson because Brett is massive. But, you know, fun stuff. Map was made by hand. Oh, well, I know why this broke right here. This curve up here is redonkulous.
Just by the way, all the hoppers are stopped with all 4 of them heavy handbrakes.
Lordy, yep. There's also one that I stopped up here that I forgot about that I've now bonked into.
You didn't eat it, did you?
I didn't. No, I had a handbrake set on it, so
okay.
I actually didn't even get it far enough to put a link in it. Oh well. How many times am I gonna throw cars at the nice guy fixing my track? Too many times. That is the answer. Too many times. Hopefully, I mean, this is the last of the 7%, and so theoretically, if I can get past the 7%, I will stop throwing cars at Mickley, because there's a plinth of 0% where you can park the cars that didn't make it or weren't doubled. This is like a very short stint of 7%.
You know, to be fair, though, I am satisfying my own OCD by fixing this track that has been bugging me since the day he made it. So,
well, I'm glad.
I got that going for me. It's not all in vain.
Excellent. Well, it is nice. It's good to actually engage with you too. 'Cause, I mean, you've been all over the Discord and all over my live streams. I mean, it's
yeah. You don't need to rub it in that I'm a no live.
Ooh, oof. That hurts me. See, I'm trying to talk about how it's like cool that I got people that want to watch me, and you're like, yeah, you don't gotta tell me that I'm not that I'm watching you. Ugh, gross.
Well, no, it's that I'm always watching.
Oh, okay. All right.
Insert,
I get
insert
that.
Big Brother meme.
Well, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I read 1984. More people should read 1984. Anyways. Okay, I think I've got enough space to relay this curve. But it's not that you're always watching, but I've seen you around a bit. I've not seen you around as much
sure
as...
that I'm not always watching.
True. I haven't seen you correct more people than Clown has in the Discord. I swear every time I've logged into bug reports and then I see something and I'm like, oh god, some idiots asked a question about the water usage, and there's Clown.
I don't have the patience for that.
Clown has just been like, this is what you do about the thing. Are you blowing Eureka's whistle down there, sir?
I had to move it out of the way so I can get at this whole nasty switch situation.
Beautiful. Thank you. I was just
Problem
like,
is,
I heard
there's hoppers sitting on it that keep coming back down, so I can't fix it.
Fair. I heard whistles blow, and I was like, that's not right. Oh my god, this is worse than the first time I laid it. Okay. Well, we'll just try that again. We'll just yep. Try that again. Laughs in George Orwell. Beautiful. Yes, the book,
no.
1984. Will there be different smoke? Yes, at some point. We're going to get accurate firing simulated to smoke. I mean, we're going to make the firing a difficulty toggle, but I'm sure that the smoke mechanic will probably carry over so that you get different colored smoke while you're operating it if you're operating in the easiest mode. So,
fun fact for the viewers: if you hadn't noticed beforehand, on the entry to the iron mine, this man has like I don't even know what this is. It's like a 12% tiny section just at the beginning. Like what?
12%? What do you mean?
Wait, it looks steep. It's like a kink but vertical.
Oh, like, there is that one itty bitty bit, and I didn't notice it until I was filming with Con this latest episode that came out. Somehow, like, I've run trains over it. I've run plenty of trains over that, and I've never noticed it. And then today I was like, huh, I've got a bit of a vertical kink right there. That's kind of weird. So
Yeah, I've never seen anyone who's managed to pull something like that off and not notice it for this long. Like, I hadn't noticed it.
Craig
And
Duncan says,
I'd like to think of myself as detail oriented, but my goodness.
"All right, I'm back in the Wrath of Khan down the hill here."
All right, I got no brakes on these, but they're not moving. Similar to what happened. I don't know. Was it 2 days ago? Video?
Oh, today's video, I think, actually, or I don't remember.
I don't know. I have no concept of time. I was attempting to say when it was recorded. So
It's, oh yeah, 2 days ago recorded, I think. Yeah, it's COVID years. What makes sense? Craig Duncan says, sir, you need to Google a racing line through a corner. I'm well aware what a racing line through the corner is. I was actually at a rally class a couple weeks ago. I do racing as well, and I've got a muscle car as well. So I do a bit of that stuff, and I've done some sim racing stuff. But yeah, I'm just bad at translating it to trains for some reason.
So I'm not super watching chat at all, but Sinking Dodge, who's talking about the track giving a panic attack, this is why I am here.
I'm being roasted. YouTube chat
to save everybody from the panic.
Save everyone from the what?
The panic attacks of your track.
Oh yeah, Mickey's here to fix my track, because my track is just trash.
By the way, that is kind of fast. You should slow down. There's no brakes on these cars. Okay.
I'm not gonna punt you forever. You're rolling backwards now.
Yeah, I know, because you were coming in fast, and it finally started rolling now that you got close. I'll put a brake on. So.
Beautiful. Okay, now we have 5 cars. Oh, that's right. I left the 6th car at the top. I was like, where the fuck is the 6th one? That's right. I re-railed it in the passing track. All right, dunk.
What is this? 10th time's the charm or something like that?
Something like that. You know what? I'm going to save just because why not?
It's not a bad idea. In terms of the art up here, is there anything specific that you'd want?
No, not at all.
Just not bad?
Dude, I don't even know if I'm going to have much of a art up here. Obviously, I need the reverse loop for how I just set up this stupidity. But, maybe a couple tracks that are stubs that I can park stuff in, but that's about all. That would be about it. Okay, I'm going to leave this on 100% throttle and toss some more wood in it.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna adjust the curves because I think I need to move your switch back.
That's fine.
There's like no, excuse me. There's like no room though.
Good.
You get a little farewell. Good luck.
Thanks. Why am I almost stopping? I must have a handbrake set still somewhere.
I think I took all the brakes off. Unless it didn't register or something.
Oh, I had one on the car behind me that I forgot to take off. It was one of mine. Shocker.
Hmm.
Yeah, don't forget about the car ahead of me. I am lined to the other track, so... Can we get a download for my map for people to hop on and fix? My road is balls to the wall. Will transfer tables be out of the game? No, transfer tables weren't really a thing on there, Gage. Oh yeah, my whole channel is taking harassment in a fun way, I think. I've been conditioned by the railroad to do— No! Stop! That's what I've been conditioned by the railroad to do.
Do I have hoppers coming back at me again?
You might.
Oh, goodness.
Yes,
I'm going to
you
have
do.
to run because
Yes,
there is
you
no
do.
track for them to go.
Yes, you do.
Oh, no.
It's only 4, again.
And the fun bit is I still have the stream open in my other window. So, like, I hear the oh no, and I just get to look over and watch as it happens. Oh, they're derailing on this bridge. Oh,
Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine.
I got knocked off. This is awful.
This curve was not that bad.
I'm
It
gonna
wasn't, it
let you
wasn't that
have
great,
fun.
but
I'm gonna let you have fun re-railing these that fell off the bridge.
I can live with that.
I got 2 of the 4. I don't know what happened to the 2 because one of them punted me off the tracks.
10-4.
And there's a I don't even know which pieces of the Class 70 these are. The doors and a headlight.
Probably.
Let's see.
People are now
Yeah,
upping my derail count in chat, which I think at this point is fair.
There's 2 hoppers sitting on either side of the steel bridge, on the bottom.
Roger. I'll come grab them. There's a bit of a weird S in this curve, but the rest of it doesn't feel that bad. Ugh. Okay. Well, here we go. Gonna get my Class 70 out of the way of the turn. I'm gonna relay this turn again, and then I'm gonna come down and relay this stuff.
The 2 hoppers here are connected and both have brakes on, so you should be able to slam into them without issue.
He says, knowing how I drive. Perfect.
Yep.
I'm excited for my Derail Valley episode to come out, probably on Sunday, maybe on Monday. I don't know. We'll see. But I did really well on Derail Valley. Like, it was like, oh yeah, no, we did the thing and we met the bonus and we did all the stuff. It was good. So it's like, oh yeah, he can do stuff somewhat okay sometimes. It'd be the bizarre narrative.
I do have to wait for you to come get the hoppers though, because I want to move this switch back.
Oh, okay. If you're waiting on me, I'll be right back. I'll be right down there.
No, it's all good. I can read chat.
You can. You can ask the best questions of me if you so desire.
I like how Mr. Stewart is thinking. He said, "Watch as he tosses the train off the cliff on the way down."
I almost did. It did go up on it skied. It went up on one rail for a second there. People keep saying 2 wheels, and I think that's Khan. Even though he's not here, I'm gonna add him. But yeah, go up on 2 wheels. Trains have lots of wheels. Which actually brings up another stupid topic. The Rio Grande used to have an employee rule for when you go out drinking after your shift. If you were on 2 wheels, you could only have 2 drinks. That was their recommendation. If you were on 4 wheels, you get a 4 drinks. So if you're on a bike, motorcycle, you only have two drinks when you went out. But if you're driving a car, you get a 4 drinks because you had 4 wheels. To which I say, my consolidation has 10 wheels, just on the locomotive. Do we count the tenders or not?
Oh no. This does not sound like a good idea.
Right.
I will say this much, though. When I was first testing out the game, I showed my dad, because he's trying to be the hip dad that's like, oh, you're playing video games. That's cool. And he immediately asked me, like, the first thing he asked me was my little brother had told him to ask if Betsy could do a wheelie. Okay. And I said, I don't know. I haven't done that yet. And this was like, I had barely gotten the game. I don't know, I got it probably a couple weeks after it came out. You're good to back up, by the way. And a few days later, I ended up stringlining the train on a sharp curve because I didn't know anything about railroading. So I sent him a screenshot, and I'm like, well, it's not exactly a conventional wheelie, but it's on half its wheels.
That's awesome. Oh, shoot. I'm allowed to have 38 drinks with just this train. Don't tempt me. Good Lord. I don't need that temptation. Are all the brakes kicked off?
Yeah, but where did the other 2 go?
They're up top.
Oh, Okay, have fun.
There's a passing track at the top of the 7% where the rest of them live, and I'm only gonna get up to where I derailed last time, and then I gotta fix a curve, and then we'll keep going. But
ES&D Railroad. We take one car to the top of the hill at a time.
yeah, after it's derailed, we'll magically, mythically move it over, and then yeah, that's how the ES&D works. At least on this chunk, this is the worst I've ever had it, but it's also the stupidest railroad I've ever tried to build. And, I mean, I kind of knew that was going to be what this was, so that's why it's a live stream and not a video that I'm trying to edit, because I think I would have just given up at this point. Brakes. Yep. All right. That spot where the end of track came up a little surprisingly fast for me, so I...
You didn't send any hoppers my way, did
you?
you?
No, the hoppers are still on the track.
Okay.
It's still attached to me, so you're fine.
I just gotta make sure, because there is not track for them to come down on anymore.
That is quite fine. For the chat that is asking, I am drinking Bullet and Coke at the moment. So, yes, it's kind of sacrilege to have Bullet with Coke, but whatever. The motto of the Whiskey Tribe, if you haven't seen them on YouTube, is that the right way to drink whiskey is whatever whiskey you like, the way you like to drink it. And I tend to like mine with the caffeine kick. So I don't do that with my nice Irish whiskeys and scotches that I really like, but you know. This is a mess of groundwork up here. Oh, this is going to be gross.
I'm not going to say it, but I really want to.
Say it.
Is there any bit of your track that is not a mess of groundwork?
The bits that are not on the mountain.
Fair enough.
The bits that are on mountains, I've never found a nice way to deal with them just with an easy bit of groundwork. And I think what it is I commit to the hug to the mountain a little too hard. I want that look so bad, but with the way that contours are at the heights that I'm at, it just doesn't work out. And so you end up with all these ridiculous, super curves or thick curves that need to get patched out with bridges, and yeah. So. Oh, Marty, I'm sorry. Oh, God, this track is very shaky up here. Yeah, this positioning of this switch that I have to run from this switch, I think. There's a switch at the top of the 7% that's just really inconveniently placed. If this doesn't re-rail, I'll buy you a beer. Mary Ruth, Heist Drunk on Stream sounds like a great idea. Heist Drunk on Stream sounds like I should switch to Twitch instead of YouTube, because on YouTube I'm trying to be somewhat professional and build an audience and do the YouTuber thing and get monetization going, because it would be great to have that income stream. Twitch, I have I've said all sorts of things and done all sorts of things and not cared about it. So that's why there's like about 6 times the views on this YouTube right now than there has been on any of my Twitch streams, probably. But the Twitch streams tend to be a little silly. So, as you know, you've been there.
That is true. I cannot deny that.
Move the switch, he says. I don't know where I could put the switch otherwise. I guess I could we'll leapfrog these cars a little further along, I guess. And I guess I could put the switch a little closer to the up here. I tried to make this passing track as long as I possibly could, which was kind of a fool's errand, I think, is what I'm learning.
This is a nice reference to everybody viewing. I would be a horrible streamer because I cannot read chat.
I am a bad...
Respect to those who do it, but I don't know how it's done.
as I was saying earlier, I have 4 monitors, and chat is just above me.
I'm jealous.
And yeah, I just look up and I try to read it. And I wish it was a little easier. I need to find a better way to get it a little bit more integrated for Reds Online because my attention's so much on the screen. God, I wish Peyton would finish modeling the longer switches. Christ. Well, I guess
the longer switches?
Or the shorter switches. Sorry.
I was going to say, I don't think a longer switch will fit there.
No. Well, so there's not really a reason for him to be modeling longer or even shorter switches or different switches at the moment. Hopefully, you should know. You were on that stream, I think. So everyone on YouTube can just be confused.
I have no recollection of this event.
Oh, okay.
Well, which one? Did Peyton do a specific stream where he talked about that?
No, it was me, and I leaked something very late in the evening PS2
one time.
Oh,
that stream. Okay. Yes, I am familiar with that stream.
Yeah. A certain way that the splines may be interacting in the future or something, you know?
Yeah, just a maybe possibly possible thing.
Yeah, maybe possibly possible thing that means that hopefully we don't need to worry about other possible things. God, this switch position still kills me. I think I need to move the switch further up. And I think, yeah, I can't put it in this curve. I gotta get this gone out of here. It's gonna be a short passing track, but you know what? I think that's fine.
Did you just say gone?
Gone? Oh, sorry. Hopper, not gone. Not the beloved gone.
Hi, you had me excited there for a moment.
I did. No, I don't have gons. Someone said in chat, what are my monitors? And I am unexcitedly reporting that they're all just 24-inch whatever the hell monitors. My main monitor is a somewhat decent one. It's some HP 1440 or 144 hertz monitor. I don't remember. I used to have as my primary, it's now one of my secondary monitors. I had a BenQ monitor that was a 144 hertz 1080p monitor, but it only accepted analog inputs. And when I got my new graphics card, finally, after the great shortage of forever,
I must ask now, what kind of graphics card you got?
It's just a 6700 XT, so it's not like the coolest cool kid graphics card, but it's a decent graphics card. I mean, it's
one of the new ones.
It's one of the new ones. It's the lowest of the new ones from AMD, but you know it is.
Isn't there a 6500 XT that just kind of flopped?
Oh, you know, I don't know. When they announced it, there was the 67, the 68, and the 69. So maybe there's now a 6500, but there wasn't one at.
I'd like to consider myself a PC guy. I'm pretty sure there was a 65 that just got released sometime recently.
I wouldn't be surprised. I have not looked since I got this one, and I was lucky in that my girlfriend's cousin worked for a Best Buy, where someone returned their online purchased one, and because he was a manager, he got first dibs at it before it got put in for the system. And so he's like, hey, your boyfriend was like looking for a graphics card thing. And she was like, hey, did you want one of these? And I was like, yes, because I had a 980 Ti from 2016.
Oh my. Well,
it was 980 Ti, but you know.
Well, you got an upgrade.
So yeah, 6700, now the middle guy. So I mean, it was happy, but do I have one as a vertical monitor for coding? No, I literally have 4 1080p monitors all set up all the same, just in a big square. And it's mostly because I don't really do coding. I mean, yes, I do some amount of coding for the game, but it's very limited compared to what I do for work. And most of the time, I'm looking at several conflicting engineering drawings while having like a podcast or music on. And so I'll have, you know, my email open in one tab and then 2 different drawing sets on 2 different monitors, and then I'll have my music on the 4th. So, but the my 2 other monitors, other than the 144 hertz monitors, they're both just whatever the hell bargain bin BS cheap 24-inch monitors. So, hey, Jake's here. Bienvenidos. Lord, this track looks like crap. What else is new? Got a 3080. Dude, you got lucky, man. 3080 is great. Curve is so sharp you could shave with it. Don't be that mean. There's worse curves on my railroad.
What are they wrong?
No. I've been on for like 20 minutes and I haven't seen your messages. Sorry. If you've been messaging me on Discord, I've been streaming and I don't get any notifications. If you've been messaging in the chat, but then you asked when Doe Rouge was coming. Well, oh, then you've been on since the racing line conversation. Yeah, you've been on for a minute then, huh? Shoot, yeah. Yeah, no, so, yeah, we should probably get Jake in the voice chat here is what we should do. That would be the smart move.
I am not familiar with Jake. It's not Jake from State Farm, is it?
It's not Jake from State Farm, but it kind of is good. Jake from State Farm. But
oh,
Jake from Snake Farm.
Oof.
No, he's been here. It's funny.
Sorry, Jake. I don't mean to meme on you. But it was worth it.
Good God, I've got a lot of messages on Discord now that I've tabbed over. Apparently, lots of people want to talk to me.
You're famous, man. You're running a YouTube stream thing.
So famous running my YouTube stream, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if I can't get Jake in here. I don't know how to make a group chat out of this.
I have no idea either. And in that sense, I am most certainly a boomer.
All right. Now he's ringing now. We'll see if he picks up. Terrifying piece of civil engineering. And now you know why I've got a mechanical engineering degree. Put it that way. Oh, he didn't pick up, so I guess he doesn't want to be in it.
Oh, well.
He might join in a bit. He might have, if I was a guessing man. Oh, there he is. He probably had to get his headset ready or something.
No, I'm currently moving heavy things, so I can't be in a voice chat.
Well, Dos Vidanias then. Why are you watching my stream while moving heavy things?
Because I'm doing cardio, so I can just prop it up and use my earbuds, but I can't be on in the middle of the gym shouting and being obnoxious.
Well,
wasn't that what gyms are for?
So I go to fitness where you're not allowed to do stuff like that. And they serve pizza on the first Monday of every month, because that's a sensible thing a gym should do.
Alrighty. Toodles.
What gym are you going to, dude? If there's pizza there, I definitely want to go to this gym.
That's the gym that I need to go. Yeah.
It's Planet Fitness. It's a garbage gym. Oops, did I just say that out loud?
Your Planet Fitness has pizza every Monday? Dude.
Every Planet Fitness does.
What? Since
It's
when?
like
I'm going to get a membership now.
It's like a huge point of ridicule for them.
I had no idea. Shows you the last time I went to a gym.
Ladies and gents, I will note that me and my 4 hoppers have made it into the passing track at the top of Bullshit's Pass.
Was that what we're calling it?
I guess.
Nice.
And I will not run through this switch that is not lined against me. Or that is lined against me. Anyways, bye,
So
Jake.
I'm gonna hop out, but read your damn chat.
I will attempt to. It's difficult to pay attention to when I'm doing all this stuff. Lordy.
Billy the Kid.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
passenger cars. Yes. Yeah, we have a passenger car tech tree. Armagon
lucky
and I
Dad.
are
Thank
planning
you.
on talking through the passenger car tech tree in a future YouTube video. Hopefully soon. So,
Soon, TM.
soon TM. Sooner TM than the next update TM, probably, unfortunately, but we'll see.
Disappointment.
Also that.
What is that corner, sir?
This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad.
Oh my goodness.
This is, yeah.
You
this
went
is-
how much?
Yeah, well,
that feels like I'm getting hoppers chucked in.
this is the Uinta Railway. No, I'm gonna line a switch, and it's gonna run into another hopper set. It'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
This is a real train set curve. This is bad. I was trying to find a place to turn around and make it back down, and there wasn't a better spot on this side of the mountain, so we went with here. And yeah, it's this is a little gross right here.
No kidding. Like, no offense, dude, but like, what is that?
Well, it looked okay until my tender fell off the mountain. It's okay. The 4 hoppers are gonna roll into the other 2 hoppers if their brakes set, and worst case they'll run through the switch that is set against them. So you're protected down there. You've got a Form B or something, presumably. But
The Form 10A.
Form 10A. We called it. That's worse than a train set curve. Ouch, Cody. You didn't have to hit me that hard. Yeah, this is pretty gross. I don't know, this is
just
as bad
curious.
as some of my other ones, but
Just curious, but which way do you normally enter the iron mine? Do you normally come in and turn left or come in and turn right?
oh, I don't have a normal way. It's just whatever way I left the switch last.
Okay, which way do you want the tracks off of?
Don't care. Whatever works. I will deal with whatever situation is presented to me. At this point, I'm assuming that I've hired you as my civil contractor, and you're just
Oh,
going to
sorry,
make...
I get free reign. Okay.
Yeah, you're just going to make the railroad, based on the design configurations of shenanigans that I've given you, you are now going to make the railroad work, and I'm just going to deal with whatever the ramifications are.
Alrighty.
I mean, don't get too excited about it, but, you know.
It's okay. I'm already planning to carve a smelly face into the wall.
Beautiful. This is a bit of this is a bit of a train set curve. We could improve this a little bit too. Carte blanche. He does not have carte blanche. Don't give me that terminology.
I don't know what that means.
That is God, I've only ever heard
Forgive
it.
me for not knowing how things work, but
That's not a term that I know from railroading. That's a term that I know from playing in a band. Oh, I've just derailed my tender. That's not gone well. That's fine. We'll just leave that there.
are the hoppers coming back at me?
No, you are again protected by the switch that is set reverse to the train. So you will
Okay.
hear me yelling about cars being on the ground before they hit you.
Okay.
So, the carte blanche, I've only ever heard in the terms of venue booking, like, you have the pick. You have the complete pick of what dates to play in the venue. You have the total choice. You have supreme picking or something like that. So
Unlimited power.
unlimited power, unlimited. Well, if you're Krieg, yeah. That would be what Krieg would meme in the Discord for sure.
My Palpatine voice is not that great, and no, I will not be trying it again.
Unlimited power.
Yeah, you heard it here first, people. That's the best you're gonna get tonight, because I don't want to try it.
Palpatine is not one of my impressions. I have very few impressions, and most of them are not like dedicated characters. They're just mostly accents, and yeah, Palpatine is not one of them. So, yeah.
So, 100k likes.
The Senate. Sorry.
100k likes, and Heist does a complete video in a British accent.
Oh God, I can't do British. You can't dox me like that.
I wasn't even trying.
If you get 100k likes, I could do one a Scottish accent or an Irish accent that the actual Scots or Irish would judge me for. But it might, you know, it just that went Russian for a brief second. So yeah,
no, you're rolling your R's like it was Spanish. So
it was all over the place, really. Yeah.
see, that's what we call a melting pot accent.
we're truly
for
American
you.
right here.
You American history buffs.
Heist voice acting when? Oh, probably never, Lordy. Your Palpatine is spot on. Good.
Well, the question is, how much is he being paid for it?
Well, true. Can I do Scrooge McDuck? I don't actually know who Scrooge McDuck is.
Even I know who Scrooge McDuck is. Come on, man.
As a reference, I have a group chat with a very good friend of mine and my sister. We all used to live together, and his nickname in the chat is Scrooge McDuck, and I've never known the reference. So I would say my name in the group chat, but that would dox me in a way that would give you guys too much power over me, and I don't want that. So, okay, I need more space here.
Yes, I also need more space. That's one of the reasons I honestly hate the Iron Mine. Like, kudos to the Iron Mine for being hard to get to and turn around in.
It's a challenging industry, yeah. And I mean, it was one of those things where it was like people were trying to shoehorn reverse loops in when we released the game, like, and doing our limited testing and whatever and everything we did beforehand, we never imagined people were going to want reverse loops everywhere. We thought people were going to do Ys or prototypical railroad operations or whatever. Like, we had no idea.
Prototypical railroad operations, he says.
Right. We had no idea what people, including myself, were going to be doing, you know, so. Oh, I've just placed myself in a brick wall.
So I'm just going to reiterate what someone in chat was saying. You ever seen DuckTales?
No.
You know, like, so you got standard Disney stuff with Mickey, Donald, etc.
Okay.
So I think someone
vaguely know what this is.
I think it's Donald's rich uncle is referred to as Scrooge McDuck. He's the guy who the meme stemmed from with the whole jumping into a vault of gold coins and swimming around.
Okay.
I think at one point that was revisited in Family Guy.
I have seen those. I didn't realize that was the character connotation, though. It's fun. Learn something every day.
Yeah, so
it's
that
Donald's brother is
that
what
guy's
they're
voice.
saying.
I have no idea, okay? I saw that when I was like, I don't know,
and someone
a
else
long
is saying
time
Donald's
ago.
rich great uncle, so I don't know if anyone knows.
I could Google it.
We have the power.
Problem is, do I want to? Do I
Here's the
indulge
problem.
the chat?
Did I make a dedicated path for the Iron Mine? What do you mean a dedicated path? I mean, it's direct from the smelter to the Iron Mine. Yeah. I need to watch some DuckTales. With what time when I'm doing this crap? Either great uncle or great uncle is what Jake says. And I'm going to take Jake's word on this. Def not Donald brother. That corner is cursed. I know that the corner is cursed, and I'm still trying to fix it, but I'm now playing the Super Mario Brothers platformer to get back up there.
Should I add in some music?
Oh God. If you play what I think you're gonna play when you say add in music, I'm no longer doing
I'm
the
curious what you think
platformer,
Curious what you think I'm going to play.
I'm curious if you've watched enough of my YouTube to know what you think you're going to play.
What is this called? Reverse double blind or something like that? I don't know. Anyways, I was just going to go standard Mario theme on my mouth, as in the do 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 do. What did you think I was gonna do?
In one of the episodes, I think it was episode 5, the most recent episode, where I was talking about laying the track to the Iron Man originally. I played a brief clip from Super Mario Sunshine of the a cappella version of the Super Mario theme song, where it's like totally the a cappella ridiculous arrangement of the thing, but it's just obnoxious. And all of those levels, if you played Super Mario Sunshine, all of those levels were so freaking hard that music got like drilled into your brain.
I can see that.
So yeah, that's why. Like I even put a snippet of it in the one video. It's like, oh god, I remember this because my sister and I, we like to 100% video games. We'll go through and like do everything, even in stupid crap like Donkey Kong 64. And we did Mario Sunshine, and it was so stupid. That game is very repetitive. We learned, but yeah, those those levels, that music sticks in your head for a long time. Okay, God, chat is just continuing on. It's the original Mario Overworld, yeah, but it's an a cappella version of it. What are those corners, Jesus? Well, I mean, hey, yes, my child. Anyways. Multi-track drifting, class 70. I've had that happen accidentally a couple times.
Ow.
Switches being switches, things happening, life, love, happiness,
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna run
trying
the
to do the Constitution or something?
bridge deck for a minute. Oh, well,
Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. I don't remember the rest.
pretty much, yeah. I don't
Learned
remember
that
the
in
rest.
grade school, had it drilled into my head. Well, that's
Life, liberty,
connected.
pursuit of happiness. We got it. Yep, that means America right there.
Or something.
Frederick Dahl, hello. Billy the Kid. Man, the music is great. Keep it so calming, not coming. Yeah. No, this is a new song in the game. I hope it's calming. Oh,
Oh,
well,
that's
that was
right. You're playing music I can't hear.
Yeah. And dude,
I totally forgot.
I could send you the link to the SoundCloud playlist so you could put on the soundtrack and just listen to it in the background if you want.
Nah, that's all right. I don't want to get confused.
Oh, good. Robert, you've got many squigglies over your name. Sorry, Robert. I would say the rest of your name, but I would mispronounce it horribly. This is not from the first volume of the soundtrack. This is not in the game yet. It is a song called... I need to scroll down to see the title. It's Battle of something. The Battle Hymn of the Republic. That's what it's called.
That's a good one.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody hit it there before I did. We'll be doing big steam trains in the future from 1900 to 1960-ish. Yes, I mean, we'll be doing narrow gauge ones, but yes, the big narrow gauge trains from then will be in there, so...
So I have reached a compromise in that I can't figure out how to do this in the way that makes sense, so your stub tracks are going in a weird way.
I can live with that. So, if you want some context for why I don't give a crap about how this turns out, let me give you a real railroad context of something that doesn't make any freaking sense. Okay,
Mhm.
so... For everyone, and Mikali. This is directed at Mikali, but everyone will probably enjoy this. If you are a railroad shop where locomotives or cars are fixed, by the FRA, you need to have a defined limit where your work is conducted so that your workers are protected, right? So you have a derail device or a switch or something that's like, okay, you go through here, you're in the mechanical place. This is where people are going to be on, in between, or underneath rolling stock, fixing stuff, making trains be happy again. Okay?
So where you don't want to have a hump yard.
You don't want to have a hump yard there. You don't want to have any yard that. You don't want to have anything other than mechanical stuff going on there.
Alright.
Yet, at my shop that I worked at the NSF Railway, we had an industry that was past our shop that you could only get to by going through shop tracks. So you had to run through the shop, past the service track. You had to get permission by mechanical forces to enter, And then you had to go past our roundhouse and everything to go pick up cars and then go back out again. And you had to have permission by us in and out because it was a federally controlled derailing device that was electronically operated. It had a log and everything. You had to log your name, your title, the time it went up, time it went down for the FRA. So if that was the thing that I had to deal with in a mechanical yard, which is a much more rigorous and important thing than some random industry yard, yeah, just think of the random crap you have to deal with as an industry.
It makes me feel less sorry for the iron mine.
Right.
Like, I still hate it, but just a teeny bit less.
Right. Jared Stafford says, what kind of industry was it? It was like some, like, I mean, you can look it up on Google. If you look up the Inner Bay Locomotive facility, it's there. I think it was like coastal engineering or something. Like, they needed refrigerator cars switched out to them for something. And it's hard to see exactly on maps, but, I mean, they needed these trains to come in and get these jobs coming in like, oh, yeah, this is job whatever. You know, we need permission by the derail to go in and, you know, unload these cars. And technically, by law, if those guys were in there servicing the industry, grabbing cars or whatever the hell they had to do, while the derail was open, while they were doing what they were doing, technically our mechanical forces weren't allowed to move locomotives. And I mean, most of them actually would because they were trying to be good and trying to keep stuff moving because, I mean, it was really two separate things, but by rule, technically they weren't supposed to. So it was a very silly arrangement, but I mean, that's the way that the railroad stuff is. It's just like all these dumb arrangements of things that don't make a lot of sense. All right, I'm leaving. Oh, I'm leaving it. My reverse in the right direction. All right, I'm leaving the passing track at the top of the 7% pass. We're gonna try my new turn back track. So yes, I noticed I was still in reverse. Thank you.
You're going to the coal mine right now, right?
I am going to the coal mine right now.
And you're how far away?
Pretty far away. I will get closer to you before I get further from you. Oh, lordy. No, this curve. Okay. No.
Oh, my. Should I be alarmed?
No. This is light grade, and again, the switch is still set against them. And I might be able to get a break or two on them, too. Most rules are written in blood. Most rules are written in blood, and Heiss's track is written in stupidity, I think is the rule that we're learning today. Buddha strikes again. I'm glad that we've got that every time it happens. This track did not look that bad. Okay, except this curve. This 90-degree corner right here, that was kind of garbage. Okay. I need to smooth this bit out. We're going to smooth the bit out that is the problem. That's what's going to happen. And I'll remember about that car that I dropped in the ditch in a minute here. Yeah, that one right there. Oh, that's the problem. This curve, I have to have a second trestle to lay the track on. It's too steep, or it's too far from the ground. I don't know what this car's gonna do, so we're gonna tie the handbrake and let it figure its crap out. We're gonna go lay the trestle for the trestle.
I'm just about finished with the iron mine.
Well, you might be able to be the the brakeman for the coal mine run. Go steel bridge. It's got longer pylons. That's probably smarter. Yeah. Yeah, actually, shoot. We should probably just rebuild this thing with the steel bridge anyway. Yeah.
When I started the game, I told myself I wouldn't use any steel trestle till I actually knew how to build track. So any high wood trestle that still exists is from my beginning days of laying track. And honestly, it's kind of sad to look at because of how bad it is.
That's fun.
I was looking at the map when I first loaded in, because I had watched a couple of videos. I'm fairly sure it was from Khan. A couple of videos of his, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna take a straight shot to the first place you go to that I can logging camp. Dang it. I'm just gonna go a straight shot over that hill to the logging camp. And obviously, like, I went around to where most people put a Y in. But I went to go do that, right? And turns out there's another hill over there. So, like, if you look at the map, here's a fun thing. Heist, are you familiar with the smiley face?
A smiley face?
Yes, between the sawmill and the logging camp, there's an eye just below the sawmill and one southwest of it.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, I could see that.
So the left side of the smile, I didn't realize was there. So I went at a 3% straight over that, and I was using Betsy to haul like 12 log cars at a time. Granted, this was before the physics update.
So it didn't matter, really.
It didn't matter, but that's what I was doing to start out with. So I still have that track there. I haven't really touched it since, except to bring in more log cars, but I just do that with a class 70 and it's fine.
Yeah, 3%. That is like the one run that I am somewhat proud of in this save, is that the fact that I did like a 0.75% that made some amount of logistical looking sense.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and it's like the only one you tried on.
Well, it was also the first one, so yeah.
And it all went downhill from there.
Well, you know, at the same time, it was a diminishing return of what I was doing versus what people were learning versus how much time I spent to edit the damn video. I mean,
now here's a fun question for you. Do you want these two little stub tracks? I'm only putting 2 in because that's what fits. Do you want them to be on a downward grade with a bump stop at the end? Or do you want it to just be flat?
I tend to do flat because I tend to do flat switching, and I assume that I have to give the cars a pretty good kick. So yeah, flat would be best, I suppose.
Alright. Just saying, if you wanted a little bit of a hump yard per se, and that it was just ever so slightly sloped down, I could make that happen.
Well, if that's what you're really excited about doing, I mean, I would be excited to see what the possibilities would bring me. But
I get to show you how I make my fancy stoppers that are totally legit and don't look jank.
Sure.
PM. Also, do you want more than just 2 stub tracks?
2 should probably be fine for what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm probably going to run pretty purpose-built trains. I mean, maybe I'll bring, if I have extra weight, maybe I'll bring extra cars and just dump them, you know? So
yeah.
Maybe I'll use the extra tracks. Most of the time, they're probably going to be left dormant, so.
I have a switch off in my iron mine area that I was like, oh, I'll make a couple stub tracks here, and I never did end up doing it.
Well, just fell down the gap in my bridges.
Oof.
And then,
Isn't that like a Roblox sound effect?
something like that. Yeah. In there. Okay. I've got to pee real bad. Monologue about something. Talk about how bad my track is. Talk smack about me for all
have
I
any
care.
of you played a game called Minecraft? It is a fun game, similar to this one. I used to play Minecraft before I played this game. And again, I was a bit of a no-life with it. I have also learned that laying groundwork around a switch is really hard because you get the Switch UI that pops up and you can't get the groundwork UI to come back. Okay. We got a lot of people who play Minecraft. That's good. I'm gonna have to say my favorite bit of the new 1.18 update is, I suppose this came out in 1.17. The glow berries. I love the texture. Any glow berry stands in the chat? Like honestly, it's one of my favorite things about it. When they were doing the snapshots, yes, Adam would. When they were doing the snapshots, I had a friend show me the glowberries, and he was like, it was like watching a kid in a candy store how excited the guy was, because he had just gotten finished building some sort of cave base or whatever, and he was having issues with making it look aesthetic. So between the glowberries and the I don't know what they're called, the big flower things, big pink flower things. Anybody know what those are called? They give off like green particles and stuff. He was super excited about it.
All right. Thank you for monologuing.
Yes, we talked about Minecraft and aesthetic things.
Dude,
and
Minecraft,
about the stupid...
Minecraft is great.
Sorry. We also talked about the stupid bug when you're trying to lay groundwork or anything around a switch, and it gets the Switch UI and it never goes away.
You know, I was just noticing that for the first time today myself. And I was like, well, that's annoying, but I didn't realize that was like a bug people knew about. So
Oh, it's so annoying. Like, if you, like, I just did it just now. When you're connecting to the end of a switch and trying to place a spline, like, and you want to change the degree of curvature or whatever, the switch UI doesn't go away. So it's the switch, drag left, drag right, etc. And you never actually see the bit that you want to see for checking your grade and degree of curvature, etc. Archfox, if you want to DM me, that's fine. Whether or not I respond is debatable.
you know how to play that.
Yes. Anybody can DM me if they want. I do not guarantee a response.
I am the opposite way, where I am bad for my own self, and I will probably respond to you if you DM to me, regardless.
Now, see, this DAC 1096 guy knows what's up, because your track is exactly like Minecraft Rail, in that it's got stupid 90-degree turns in it.
I was gonna say, that's about the worst worst insult I've ever been paid, is that my track looks like Minecraft track.
Well, to be fair, there's actually, I think it's like immersive railroading mod or something. YouTube's recommending me tons of videos on it. I started playing this game and it's like, you need more trains.
That's where Peyton came from. Peyton originally modeled for that. You
neat.
can find all of the old Rio Grande engines that Peyton has modeled, actually, on IR. He doesn't like talking about it anymore. I think he had some issues with that community, I think, in general, and it sounded like it was kind of toxic from what I could gather, but yeah, so, but he's now here with us making Rio Grande engines for an awesome dedicated railroad simulator, so we're super happy to have him.
Archfox says they DM'd you a question that they want you to talk about in chat.
Someone who was it? Archfox? He said it was.
Archfox,
I
yeah.
saw that he said he sent something super long that didn't fit, so he DM'd me. I don't.
Here,
I don't
send
get
it.
DMs.
Send it to me, Archfox, and I'll try to summarize.
As soon as I finish trying to fix this damn corner, which I might have done. I don't know. I'm gonna save. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Let's see. Ancient Archfox. My stream is very entertaining. Having time spending OCD on my track. Good. Quick question regarding game memory. Should there be an empty lane in a shunt yard between lines of cars to keep them from calculating them? Frame rate issues near full packed yards. You just assume that they were too close side by side. No. That's the problem we're trying to deal with right now, actually, is when you have a lot of cars, regardless of if they're doing nothing, they are still affecting your performance. And that is literally what QMA has been working on right now. So no, adding more space will not fix that. Even if the cars are quote-unquote dormant and they're not doing physics calculations, for whatever reason, they are still affecting FPS. So that fix still remains to be seen, and that's the thing that's still going on.
From what I've seen the community guessing at, the general consensus seems to be that they think it's some sort of threading issue with that. At least that's the hypotheses that I've seen most frequent.
Yeah, that gets brought up a lot. And I mean, one of the things is, I mean, the classic problem of a physics sim is that you can't multi-thread a physics sim. And so the question is like, okay, well, can you physics sim per train and dole the cores out that way and stuff? But a lot of that stuff is really challenging to calculate and surmise just overall. So, God damn it, I hooked up one car. Find that I didn't have the other cars hooked up. Anyway.
So here's a fun question. Do you want to be able to grab these 3 stake flats and caboose on their own, or do you want them attached to the Eureka?
Don't care.
Alright. Carte blanche, or whatever it was.
Leave them at the iron mine. Re-railed on track that is connected to the general system of the ES&D railroad. To put it in FRA terms. I.e., they must be on track that is connected to the general system of the ES&D. And if that means that you make a 20% steep rail line and somehow find a way to park them on the top of it, up the side of the hill, okay, props to you.
That would be impressive.
You know, that kind of thing.
I'm curious, though. I'm gonna pull a thing here and spy on you. Oh, you're still at the passing track. Bruh. What's taking so long?
I relayed this trestle several times. I had to go pee. You know, sad things. So this route isn't just having it. Yeah, so like we haven't even gotten to the hard part of the route, or like most of the route. Well, I guess we've gotten to the hard. We've been dealing with the hardest part of the route, I guess. Everything after this should be smooth sailing. Asterisk, he says, but
Here's a question. Can you hear my whistle?
no, not from here.
Alright.
I can see the caboose and the cars railed, and if I look real close, it looks like no, I don't think I can see
I'm
the Eureka.
in the Eureka right now. I'm pulling it up past the switches. Honestly, I think you're gonna love this.
Good.
And I want to raise.
You want to raise? Well, inflation's been going up, so sucks to suck.
Aww. I haven't made the groundwork super nice, but I don't, judging from past experience, I don't think you really much care.
I was gonna say, the fact that you're here helping my road at all, I'll just take it. So
Yeah, there's just one little kink that I need to take out, and then it should be good to go.
Sad things. This is funny to watch, says Clowns. Oh, God. Yeah. Hey, Clowns and you are like the most people that judge the absolute piss out of my track.
Deserves it.
It does. It does. That's fair. I think that the banter is half the fun, I think. So I don't mind it. Because I know, like, I could do somewhat competent track if I bothered to, like, give it the time. But I just...
Somewhat competent.
I never...
That logging camp line was nice.
Well, the logging camp line was nice. I'll take that. Thank you.
It pleased my OCD, and then everything else is like, nope, we're back to original testing track heist.
Well, deadlines, right?
Gotta break those old habits, man.
Well, as soon as I can make enough money off of YouTube so that I don't have to deal with my normal job and my bands and everything else on top of it, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, you just gotta be like Clown and have like 2,000 hours in the game, and it's only been out, what, 4 months now? 4.5?
Something like that. Hey, look, I made it around the corner. All right, folks. You heard it here. It should be easy moving on from here. It's all 4%. We got 6 cars. We were good for 7%, so... And I realize I'm now dumb for bringing empty hoppers to an empty coal mine that needs rails and beams first, but, you know, we'll just leave them there and we'll go grab the stuff we need later.
Yeah, it's the test run.
It's the test run.
Make sure to...
Jake says he judges my track work, he just does it silently. Well, you know, that's fair. Jake is the Bilbo Baggins to my Jeremy Clarkson, I think. Everyone's like, oh my god, the train is moving. It's happening. I might get back into rendering distance for you in just a short minute here, but it'll just be about,
I doubt it. I don't think the track's
400
close
feet
enough
above you.
for my rendering distance. Can you hear this, though?
Oh, I can hear that, yeah.
You know, where are you at? If you slow down, I can probably climb this hill and come get to you.
I'm blowing my whistles. I'll slow down.
I can't hear your whistles. That's another thing with the whole client bit is I can't hear squat. I'm coming like straight up the hill, so
that's right where I am, and I've slowed down for you. So
you get a nice overview of that reverse loop I built you.
Oh, that is like twice the width of what I had originally.
Oh yeah,
that'll be considerably nicer.
That's an in-game 30-degree curve on bits.
Oh my god! So it's 60 degrees in real life. Good Christ!
Well, yeah,
those curves are sharp.
I'm just before the stone bit in this little canyon thing. So I think you're not quite to me.
The stone bit in the canyon?
So there's a bit of the regular slanted ground fill, and then you go into like a canyon. I'm pretty sure I'm ahead of you on the track.
Oh, okay, yeah, it might be. If
I'm like at the top of the pass, but
if you're at the iron mine and like literally at the mine, I thought you were by where your Eureka was. So. No,
I just ran straight up the hill. I'm on the track now, coming around the corner. You should see me in front of you. Oh, I gotta hear your whistle now.
You're my design case for people that I will run over.
Well, you missed me, so...
Somehow.
I'll watch that back on the YouTube.
Beautiful.
Just see how dramatic that
the
looks.
The iron mine yard is so much better. Yeah, well, when you have someone who spends time on it and cares about it and is a wonderful human for helping me out. Thank you, Mickley. Yeah.
Dude, it's literally just to please my OCD, and that's it.
I will take that. If it's to please your OCD and nothing else, I will take it. Someone said you're train pro, not track pro. And that defines why I'm a mechanical engineer and not a civil engineer, everyone. All right, are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm on the third hopper.
Would you care to tie down the rear two most hoppers?
Both of them?
Both of them. I'll pull through it if I need to.
All right, 100% on both of them.
That's a corner, not a curve.
I would have to agree. It's not as bad as other ones, though.
Yeah, somehow. Clown is old and retired. And I know he's only messing around. I didn't realize he was old and retired. Clown? That's fun.
Wow, so what do you get 1,000 hours in game in like the first couple months? Oh, that was scary. You had a nice bump.
Oh, lordy, spicy, spicy. Spicy.
I'm gone.
Oh, yeah, you're gone. Why did that? What did that do? Why did that curve do it?
They were bouncing around, and the last one just couldn't take it.
It was getting spicy, but why was it getting spicy? Comparatively, so I mean, you know, like it's probably it's the jerk of the function. You dig?
Yeah, I gotta put pin in this. Oh, it's not even on the track.
It's
no.
gone. It's gone. Yeah.
Not yet. I got it.
Yeah. No, it doesn't wanna. It's gonna just roll there apparently.
Yeah, the front wheels don't wanna.
Cheers, Clay.
Want to do its thing.
Yeah, I should relay. This bridge could be straight, and it would make this a lot nicer. It gets real sharp right there.
It worked.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you got it now. We got a Lincoln pin in the car ahead, so just let it roll, and we'll knuckle it in.
Knuckle it in? What? Since when?
Yeah, knuckle it in. Even though I say that every time. I'm like, knuckle it in, knuckle it in.
Hang on.
We don't have
fighting
knuckles,
over the pins.
I think they're good. They were good on my end.
Yeah, it's just delay. Moving, but slowly.
Yep, that's the hope here. Yes, Knuckles are hopefully coming soon. Wish I could say, but...
Yes, we are moving slowly because of the handbrakes. Oh! Oh my goodness.
And we just lost all of the cars with handbrakes.
Well, I'm already down here. I'm just going to pick this one up that I came down with.
May as well. See, okay.
I'm thinking I'm just going to turn off the handbrakes and not tell you, and then you'll think that you have handbrakes, but you really don't.
I suppose. I'm looking at this track and I'm like struggling to understand why this caused worse damage than what the earlier tracks did.
No idea. It might just be the handbrakes.
Wings and Strings comes in. Not sure if auto meters would be proud or scared, but either is an accomplishment. Cheers to that.
Do I have a Lincoln pin in the car in front of me?
No, nor does the car in front of that. So, but now you have this one. So
coming in hot.
Coming in hot. Perfect.
See, I played too much of this game to know that's exactly how much and when I need to put the brake on.
Right. Yeah, when you start getting the feel for that, you're like, oh man, I've been doing this too much.
All right, bringing this other car in. Do I have a Lincoln pin?
You do now. Yeah, or you actually did before, but you know.
Just checking.
Show us your skill, Mickley. Bring it in for just a chef's kiss. 3% grade.
Too soon.
Much too soon.
That's not going to
be good enough for the
car.
Oh, it's fair. from the ES&D standards. You know, you really got to be right up on the edge.
You put me in front of an audience, and my one bit of luck is betraying me.
You're all good. The last one is more than enough to show us what was up. I'm just giving you a hard time. You've done more than a good thing. Okay, so between hoppers 3 and 4, we don't have a link or pin.
All right, you got brakes on hopper 4.
I'm gonna pull ahead and we'll get that rectified.
That was a very fast pull, sure.
Well,
you just slam it to 100.
No, I slammed it to like 80.
All right, go forward. Dunk. Copied your bit. So I'm just going to sit here on the back and not give you any brakes, and you can have fun with the brakes up there unless I feel it necessary, because
10-4. We'll keep it in compression. Less attempts to get in the car in position than Heis has derailed the train in one curve, though. You're getting props from the audience. The audience is on your side, my man.
That's because I'm the guest.
That's because you're the... No, that's because you're the person that does it right, and I'm the person that does it wrong. So.
It's because I have plenty of time. Well, I don't have plenty of time. I spend my time in a way that is excessive on one game at a time. So, like, I came from no-lifing Minecraft to no-lifing Railroads Online. So.
I've enjoyed both of those adventures myself, so.
I must admit, though, like, in terms of gameplay, I really love this game.
Me too. It, obviously, it's improved a lot since it released.
Oh, I fell off because physics are weird, so I'm
slowly
catching up.
Giving you full break up here, so.
All right, I'm on.
Right,
we good.
Go.
Hoppers are just weird and won't let me jump on them, so.
Yeah, the hitboxes with hoppers and.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's just a client thing, though. I don't ever have issues with host, but when I'm host. Does that make sense?
Oh.
That makes
yeah,
sense.
no, I know what you mean. Yeah. It's interesting that the trains want to behave better in compression than tension. Although I suppose around sharp curves that makes some amount of sense, and that's kind of what this game is, but at least on my railroad.
I do currently have 39% on this last brake. I'm about to take off since we're on a flat.
This is 3% still, I think.
Well, it looks flat from this point of view.
It should be 3% all the way down to the coal mine, I think. Space engineers. People are talking about their no-lives. My biggest no-life is 3,000 hours of TF2. Someone was commenting earlier, like, you played TF2? And I was like, yeah, I played a shit ton of TF2.
Pull out my calculator here real quick, because I do have this number off the top of my head.
Oh, lordy. Don't get spicy back there.
I'm not touching it.
Got over 1,000 hours in Factorio. I wouldn't be surprised. Factorio is great.
So, in one world of Minecraft that I was playing, I have close to 1,500 hours. Which equates to, I don't know, I just had it in my head and I just forgot it. Under pressure.
That's like a month.
1,500 hours divided by 24 is 62 and a half days.
Yeah, 2 months, okay. Yeah. That sounds about right.
That's just straight up playtime, not even, not AFK time either.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a crap ton of time in Minecraft
15,
myself.
15,000 hours in World of Warcraft? What?
That's a lot. But, I mean, if you got one, I mean, if that's your game, then fair enough.
That's 625 days. Which makes that 1.7 years. Thank
Almost
you, Windows
years.
calculator. Dang.
All right, kick your brake off or level or up from here.
Oh, the brake's been off.
Cheers. Good.
So I think my max track grade is close to 4% on the iron mine run, and then I think it's 2.75 on the coal mine run. But as a solo player, I almost never use like have use for a brakeman. It's almost all done with the locomotive.
I guess compression works better, which is kind of opposite reality, but, you know, I guess maybe in Lincoln Pin days it's different, and different when you have only a locomotive brake versus hand brakes. But here we are. We've made it to the coal mine. It's early in the morning. We've done the thing, and we've arrived with hoppers and not anything to fill the hoppers, so I'll have to build some switches and some storage tracks and things and
Oh, this doesn't even go anywhere.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. This is just I just tossed it into the woods. You know, this is gonna be it. But, this is the end of the stream. This is the end of this run. You know, so we'll come back and load some things up. But thanks for watching, being part of the stream. This has been fun. Yeah, only 2+ derails. 2+ asterisk. Yeah, 2.
I think you need a couple zeros on that.
Yeah, 20 plus, I think. Yeah. So, cheers, everyone. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.